Welcome back to Because We Got High with Rhea, Kelly, and Bree. Congratulations, everybody. We've reached episode 9. We are making our way through the alphabet. Oh, fuck you, Bree. Fuck you.
I had to.
It was perfect.
Honestly, before
you were so high up with that intro. That was so good in a good way. That was so
I literally
funny.
said before this, I said to myself, I looked in the mirror and said, you got to make this intro lively. Bree yawned last time. We can't have her yawn again. And once again, the disrespect, but I appreciate it.
It was a fake
joke.
yawn.
I appreciated that joke. It was perfectly timed. I love
really
it.
landed.
We're on episode I. We've made it. Like I said, we are making our way through the alphabet. And people are nervous. They're like, what happens when we get to Z? Does this should end? No, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
many words.
We're running it back. And the way that it's set up is that Z will hit, I think,
right before the 4th of July.
Right before the 4th of July.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then we'll pick back up, and then Z will hit again right around like Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah.
So we've just planned this in the best way possible.
Wait, you mean A, right?
Meaning, we'll
A will pick back
Well,
up.
meaning we'll end with Z and then it'll pick back up in the new year. We'll start with A again. We've planned it perfectly.
It's fantastic, yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for your support. We really, really appreciate it. Keep tagging us on social media at BC We Got High on Instagram and on Twitter. We love all the love that we're getting and we try to share it as much as possible. And we love that you're on this journey with us. Also, we have new merch. The merch will be at the link in the description on YouTube and in the podcast if you listen on Apple or Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. The merch is there. We got Mind Your Business green hoodie, Mind Your Business gray hoodie, and a Too Much Pineapple crew neck. We got more in the pipeline, but these hoodies are awesome. They're comfortable. They are high quality. I'm telling you, they
really
are fucking high quality sweatshirts.
I was wearing, if you go back and look last week, I was wearing the crew neck on the show last week.
I wore that one
you
yesterday.
Really see.
So comfy.
They really are just
fantastic.
high. I hate a cheap hoodie, but these are seriously high quality. You will not be disappointed. So go check that out. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for episode 9. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
We got insecurities, influencers, and incest.
Ooh, incest.
Spooky. Brothers and sisters fucking.
I like
spooky.
I love that.
I like a good spooky topic, and I think that incest falls into the category of spooky.
Yeah,
It's definitely spooky for sure. I'm curious. I know we're going to get to the voicemails later on in the show, but I'm curious to see if anybody called in saying they fucked one of
we
their
got
family
a
members.
couple of good ones.
hope not.
Nobody that's admitted to incest, but some people who are like kind of down with
Thinking
it.
about it.
Yeah, thinking about it.
Thinking
So
about
yes,
it.
we'll get into them
We'll
later,
get into all
and they
that.
are good.
So
Yes,
wrong.
but let's start off with insecurities. We all have them. Everybody
yeah.
on earth is insecure. Nobody skates by without having an insecurity in their life. And Noah, don't you worry. I'm going to get to you. I want to know what at least one
We
of
don't
your
have to do
I
that.
will.
We
I
don't
will.
have to
ask-
do
We have to.
Yes,
I
we
will.
do.
We have.
No.
Well, at least we need one guy's opinion on the show. We'll have to get a one answer from you. I guess we start off with, what is your biggest insecurity?
Would you like to know examples of insecurities as
Sure.
according to
Sure.
according to? I'll tell you my own as well, but these made me laugh. This is just google.com. What are insecurities? Jealousy in a relationship, jealous of someone on Instagram, irritated with the way someone acts, feeling self-doubt, procrastination on a difficult task, worried about an upcoming trip or event. Those are the most common insecurity feelings.
People
reasons
feel
for insecurity.
insecure about worrying about a trip?
I guess so. Worried about an upcoming trip or event.
That seems
I
more like
wouldn't say-
anxiety.
Yeah, that sounds like
Yeah.
anxiety to me. Do you think that anxiety and insecurity are besties, hand in hand?
They hang out.
I would
Laced
say.
fingers, maybe even. on
They
vacation?
definitely fuck. Like, they fuck,
yeah.
They
for
hang
sure.
out
in the
for
same
sure.
family and they fuck. So
They're
it's
talking.
kind
So
of
too.
incest.
Yeah, they're basically incest as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as
Anxiety
personal
and
insecurities,
insecurity is highly incestuous.
Incestuous.
personal insecurities, just physical appearance. Always, I think I look like trash every single day, and then
Same.
and I don't believe people when they tell me I look
Same.
nice. Like if somebody gives me a compliment, I'm like, okay, well you're lying.
I'm like, you feel bad for me,
Right.
so you're telling me I look
right.
good. I can't accept compliments.
You're only pointing this out to me because you want to acknowledge it because it like caught your attention. It probably wasn't in a good way. Like that's what I. Tell
What
myself.
about your appearance?
It's pretty much everything. I know that I have a middle part in today. I know.
It looks
Guys, it looks so
How do you
good.
feel?
so good.
Obviously, that's my biggest insecurity today is the middle part because I've never worn my hair like this. I've worn my hair like this since like the 7th grade. Like I don't know. It just
It
looks
looks so
ridiculous.
good.
I feel like I look like a
So
child
good.
with it on. But everyone is telling me how much better it looks.
It does.
And it almost makes me think like, what the fuck, before, like, why didn't anybody tell me shit before, whatever. But I just never gave it a try. So today, like, my biggest insecurity is my hair. But people are complimenting me and I don't believe them.
It doesn't, it didn't look bad before by any means. By any means.
Thank you for
it
that.
does, if you want a real honest opinion, it does look better in the middle part.
Okay.
Like straight up.
Like, it's going to be there forever now. Like, I'm never changing it back. I've gotten too many compliments to go back.
I think that with everyone. Everyone just looks better with the middle part.
I think so too, and I think some people will be like, no, but I'm different. I look better with the side
try
part.
it.
No, but try the middle part,
and it looks good.
You're gonna love it. You posted a photo on Twitter this weekend where you didn't even send Brie and I your middle part, which is like kind of offensive.
It was
offensive. I
because
realized
we
that.
told you we wanted
you.
to see you in it, and you just literally didn't send
and
it.
I
had a
posted
good
it to
outfit
Twitter
and
for like
everything.
her thousands of followers to see, but not her close
She wanted
friends.
to get back at us for the shrooms thing.
Yeah. I
Okay.
excluded you guys from that that exclusive.
Now we're even.
Exclusive rights to my
But
middle
my jaw
part.
dropped. I was like, oh my god,
Thank you.
Kelly
Same.
looks-
You sent it. I was like, fuck.
She looks fucking good.
Damn. Okay. I feel like it
Popping
just makes
off.
my hair look flat, I gotta get
No.
I think I'm gonna become one of those people, and this also falls into insecurities, like maybe at some point, who gets extensions but only for like the side of their head, like only over here for like volume, not for
A
length.
lot of people do that.
Because I feel like my hair is just so thin all of a sudden. Feels thin as fuck.
Yeah.
And today it's straight. I know it looks thinner today because I really straightened it. Like I blew it out and straightened it, so it's pretty straight today. But normally I won't like do all that because I'm worried that it's too flat to my head.
This is kind of fits with the influencer topic as well. There's a girl, Father Kels, who I follow on Instagram. I'm sure many of you listening follow too. I feel like she has, she's good outfit. She's very pretty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She is friends with Stassi Baby. She
Shout out,
shout
Sassy
out
Baby.
Stassi Baby's ass, fatty dumpy. She posted a photo where something on the wall was like curved out near her head, and somebody commented and was like, why is there a curve near your head? And she was like, I made my hair fuller on Facetune. I was like,
There
that's
it
a
is.
thing. People are that insecure about
Yes.
the fullness of their hair.
Shit
Yes.
on
It makes
Facetune.
sense. It's crazy though that you would like, that's taking Facetune a step too far. If you are editing the
I
way
think
your
I've done
hair
that.
looks,
I think I've done that.
What?
For sure, yeah. I think I've definitely done that. Where you just like move it a little bit. I don't know what
That's
it is.
crazy.
I don't know what it is. No one's ever like, bullied me for that. No one's been like, oh, your hair's so flat, or like, oh, like your head's small. Like I feel like it makes your head look weird. Like it just makes you look like
Small.
Interesting.
Yeah, like
Brie,
a sardine.
what's your biggest insecurity?
I don't know. I've been trying to think of it. Like I'm one of those people where I hate there's not one thing that I could be like I'm not insecure about. Like insecure about everything, but at the same time, I love myself so much.
Yeah.
So it's like
I'm with you on that as
like
well.
I can look in the mirror and be like, you need to fix everything in the mirror, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm hot. So
Yeah.
you know,
I feel the
like
same
what am I
way.
complaining about? Yeah.
I every day look in the mirror and I'm like, you are the grossest human
Yes.
being I've ever seen. How does anybody? I think about the way other people see me, and I'm like, how does anybody even look at you? You look
Same.
gross. And then a second later, I'll be like, you're fucking sexy.
it's the weirdest
Yeah.
thing.
It's such
Yeah.
a weird thing. I think that I am most insecure about the way I look. I would guess. I don't know. I mean, to get very specific, I have like chronic chapped lip syndrome. I think for some reason
You do mention your chapped lips, but I never
nobody
noticed your
notices
chapped
them
lips.
when I
No.
talk about it. But it bothers me so much that I go to the bathroom constantly to like scrub my lips off because I'm so worried that
Yeah.
I'm going to be talking and somebody's just going to be focused on my chapped lips and be thinking, "Ew, her lips are so chapped."
You gotta get that lip scrub. I lip scrub
I
my lips like
scrub
every
all
fucking day.
I do it.
I need to
if
do
you don't
that.
think I've tried everything under the sun to help my chapped lips, I have. I'm also insecure about the hair on my toes.
We talked about this.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's bizarre that we have hair on our toes.
That is weird.
And in the summer, it's like I have to shave those babies every day because
I'm insecure about body hair. Yeah.
Very
like,
insecure
we
about body
talked
hair.
about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I
Bikini
feel-
line hair. I'm very insecure about.
Even
I always
like
am like
arm
"Ugh."
hair, like in the sunlight, I'm like, oh, I don't want
I
to see
hate
that.
that
But I
too,
don't want to
yeah.
shave my arms. But I think the thing that I'm most insecure about, and it's kind of because of influencers, is body shape. Like, I'm like, why
yeah.
isn't my body look like an hourglass? And I have to remind myself it's all fake and it's plastic
Right.
surgery.
Yeah.
But that is my biggest insecurity now because that's what is good.
Yeah.
Is what is hot, you know?
yeah,
I think that's a good part of seeing influencers like in the wild or seeing whatever, because you realize that the things that they're doing that made you insecure, they don't really look like that. They don't really act like that.
Yeah.
They're good at editing photos. I don't get so so insecure by like bitches on Instagram anymore. Because every time I see something, I'm like, oh,
I
that
used
shit's
to.
fake. But I do wish like for other things, like my full hair or something along those lines. But
I'm very
I
insecure
don't
about
know.
my arms. Very insecure about I feel like I have chubby arms,
Same,
and
like,
that's fine. Like I don't
flabby.
know why I even care so much, but
Yeah.
I think I've seen so many people make. Or like not so many people, just like trolls on the internet make comments, be like, "Oh, she has fat Italian mom arms," and then I like walk around feeling like my arms are made of like meatballs and sauce and spaghetti, and I'm like, you know what?
My sauce is pouring out.
like,
Yeah.
and that's what
Shove
people.
those meatballs back
and
in there.
I think it's one of those things, and I've talked about this before, that sometimes people's comment. Not I've gotten a lot better actually. I feel like I'm in a much better headspace than I was, but there was a point in time where I couldn't really tell what I looked like in the mirror. Like I would look in the mirror and I would only see what other people pointed out that they thought about me, like my nose and my eyebrows and my cheeks and just literally every part of my face and my body, my arms, like I said. And so even like my knees and the back of my knees that people would talk about all the time and like say
so
I had
insane.
like diabetic looking
Someone
knees
told me I
and
had
like
weird knees and I can't forget it.
just
Yeah.
weird
Diabetic
things.
knees?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
I have
but
no idea what that means.
it just would like I know it's crazy, and I would look in the mirror and just be like, I don't even know what I look like, and that crushed me because I didn't grow up ever worrying about what I looked like. I really didn't, which I'm fortunate enough. I know a lot of people struggle with that growing up, but I didn't think about it. I didn't think about how I looked like. I just went on.
It's because we're in this new world. Like we
yeah,
struggle
yeah,
the hardest with it because we constantly get comments about the way that we look, and it makes us think differently about our own selves. Like we look in the mirror, and it's like that comment I've never even thought about, but that's
now
gross
I see
and
it.
I hate it.
Yeah, like what is going? It's hard when you look in the mirror and you don't know what you actually look like.
Yeah,
that's
awful.
It's a weird feeling. So I would say that is one of my biggest insecurities. But besides physical appearance, people not liking, like just people
just not liking
like
your
going home
personality.
at night, and I go home and I'm like, everybody must hate me in the office. Like everyone must hate me. And
I feel that too.
And then I'm like, I don't think that's actually true. Like I'm really pretty much, I'm friendly with everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I joke around with everybody. But then I'm like, what if they hate my personality so much that when I
what
leave,
are they
feel that way
thinking
too.
about in their own head when they
Yes.
talk to me? Like, what
Yeah.
are they saying? Because they
Right.
can't be saying something good. Like I can never
Yeah.
get myself to believe anyone's thinking anything good about me. You know?
Never at any point in
We
time
are,
am I
though.
thinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are. That's the thing though, is like I don't know if it's like maybe because I talk shit or like I am judgmental or I have been in my life, so I am like preconditioned to believe that like
Everyone
the minute I
is.
leave a conversation they're talking shit about me,
Yeah.
or I'm saying something, or maybe I'm laughing about something, or I'm laughing a little too loud, someone's rolling their eyes because I'm too annoying or I'm loud or whatever, and I'm always thinking that. So I think that I kind of like tiptoe around, not just here, like in life. I feel like I'm always fucking tiptoeing everywhere because I'm worried that I am somehow a burden on other people in like either an annoying way or like, oh, I don't want to deal with this girl today, or like I can't believe I have to do this and she's involved. You know, it's just I always think that it's like everybody's rolling their eyes and it's like, fuck, Kelly's coming. Like that fucking sucks.
I also think it's kind of how you grow up too. Say you have parents that are judgmental or they like to talk shit. Like I know my parents love to gossip and
Yeah,
they'll
mine too.
listen to this.
And I do
they'll-
as well, to be fair. I like to
of
gossip.
Course,
Big gossip.
Of course.
Yeah.
Everyone loves
to gossip. But it's like a line between like gossiping about things that are true that are going on and then like
Yes.
straight up making fun of people. Like I don't
just, like,
I
bullying
don't
someone
talk
behind their back.
about the way people look. Like I
Yes.
just
No,
I
that's
think
my
that
one
is
thing.
so
Totally agree.
off limits. Like just like judging the way somebody looks. Their actions are a different thing. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna talk shit about you if you're doing something
If
that
you're an
I don't
awful
disagree
person,
with.
though,
Yeah.
I will
No,
say
yeah.
I'll talk about the way you look. Like if you're an awful
Yeah.
human being, I'm like, well, you are ugly and you're mean.
If you
yeah,
come
I'll
at
do
me,
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll talk. I'll talk shit
I'm not
about
gonna lie, I will.
about looks as like a lazy insult. I think I've said that before. Like
Yeah.
I'll do like lazy insults if they're already a piece of shit. I'm like, oh yeah, also like you're fucking
On top
gross.
of it,
yeah,
like,
like you're
yeah.
disgusting at the same time.
And
like,
if they talk about your looks, then you have a
Full
right to
game.
like.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, totally.
It's full. Now we're
Yeah.
going after each other's
Completely.
looks.
Now
Exactly.
we
We're
are
going back and forth.
bullying
We're gonna
each other. The
gate's
we're gonna
open,
tear
yeah.
each other apart
The
and
gate-
make us feel like
neither
shit.
of us want it, but we're gonna
no,
do it.
the gate
Yeah.
is open. We're gonna cry at the end, but we're already here.
Yeah.
So.
But I think my parents, they gossip, they talk shit about people. So like they would talk shit about people and that's how I grew up. And then I remember going to Disney with my cousin's family.
Oh, Disney is tough.
And they
Disney's a
it's
tough spot for judgment. Like
that.
It's very easy to judge
like,
people in Disney
one of
World.
those things where you like rub
like
your
Walmart.
hand.
Yeah,
and
you're like, oh,
it's
shit.
judging season.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Walmart meme.
Yeah, you can like count how many scooters there are.
And
oh my
they
fucking
didn't
God.
judge a single person.
What?
And that is something that I have carried on with me ever since this happened. This was like in maybe my freshman or sophomore year of high school where I noticed this, because it was such a contrast to like what I would have been used to with my family. Just it's judging season, we're in Disney World.
Who are we
and
talking shit about today?
Yeah, and they just didn't say a single bad thing about anybody. And I've like carried that with me now, just in certain circumstances of like about the way people look. Like, who is it your place to say anything about the way somebody
because
looks?
then you think, what if I'm just standing there and someone's talking about the way that I look across the room?
Completely.
Right, it's not right.
Completely.
You got to think
Horrible
about the way
feeling.
you would feel if somebody's in a room with you whispering about how you look. That's a shitty
Completely.
ass feeling.
The worst
And
thing.
that's why, and I truly think that is why people who are mean and who like talk shit or whatever are always the most insecure, because they think in their heads, like, if I'm doing that, so is everyone else. So just don't, if you stop acting like that, or you stop acting like a total dick and picking on people for their appearance and whatever, then maybe you won't automatically assume everyone's doing the same to you. Like maybe maybe you were the shitty person, you know? Like maybe you were just kind
It's like
of
that
trash and you
stupid
need
saying,
to turn it around.
hurt people. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like actually very true.
Yeah,
Very
it's true.
stupid saying, but very true.
Bars.
You're so right.
Also, something I've learned recently, and it's not the way I've lived always, but it's helped me recently, is that you may find yourself in a situation where you think it's awkward or embarrassing, right? You walk away, you're like, oh, that was so awkward. Oh, that was so embarrassing. It is not awkward or embarrassing until you make it that way in your head.
Totally.
Like, if you just live your life like nothing it's impossible to live your life like absolutely nothing bothers you. But if you do it to your best ability and say, why was that awkward? Oh, because you fumbled over your words a little bit. You may have said something that the other person didn't agree. You weren't on the same page a little bit. You were a little confused. Something, you were embarrassed in some way. Oh, you tripped and fell. Everybody trips and falls once in a while.
Yeah.
It's not embarrassing until you start saying in your head, like, oh, that was super embarrassing.
You're
So
the
try to,
only one that's thinking about it over and over and replaying
Completely.
it.
Right, nobody.
When you
No
walk
one's thinking
away,
about you.
everyone
No one gives a
forgets,
fuck.
and then you're in your own
Nobody's
head.
thinking about you because they're too busy thinking about themselves.
Exactly.
And they're
Completely.
walking away from the situation also going,
Did I do something
that was
wrong?
awkward,
Yeah, that was
embarrassing. What
very-
did I say wrong?
Yeah.
So anybody listening, I feel like that is some advice that I've learned that I would pass on that could help you with being insecure in the future in
Totally agree.
situations.
Yeah. Do you guys know that I looked up to see like what's the suggested treatment for insecurities? Like, as if you were to treat it like anxiety or anything else. And WebMD said that it's a part of life and to see a therapist. They were like, they're just like, oh, unfortunately, this is just a part of life. You should see a therapist. Literally, that's what WebMD says, is see a therapist.
That's
If
the
you start
first
feeling
time
insecure.
that
it gives you
So
something
yeah, or just listen to this.
straightforward.
This is basically therapy, so
Yeah.
it's the same shit. But
We're
isn't
your
that interesting?
anti-therapist.
Yeah, we're like your bad influence friends. Like that, I think is the situation.
Brie, are you insecure in your relationship?
I think that's one thing that I could say I'm not insecure about. I'm insecure about not him doing anything, but I'm insecure that I'm so far away, and sometimes maybe I'm not, because I do long distance for people that don't know. I think sometimes I'm not doing enough. He doesn't see me, so maybe he's gonna fucking forget about me. Like, more that, not insecure as he's gonna cheat on me, he likes other girls. I think I'm still just more insecure in myself in every situation.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would say I was very insecure at first.
My first relationship, I was.
I'm pretty insecure in relationships.
Like, and it's taken me some time to get through it. I feel like I am way better than I was like 2 years ago.
I think you are. I think
I'm
you are,
way
too.
better.
It also depends on the guy.
But it's more just like what, and also we've talked about this, like past experiences of like how people treated me and cheated on me and like just went behind my back and lied to me was affected the way I was insecure in relationships going forward.
Right, of course. Yeah, you don't just, that's another thing with insecurities. Like, you don't just become insecure, kind of like you said, it either comes through of like you kind of grew up in that like bullying, quote unquote, environment, or you had something horrible happen to you that now has made you insecure, like growing up or, you know, throughout the rest of your life. And I think that kind of fits in with what you're saying. Like, you were wronged. You were like kind of cast aside in your situation and that like awful fucking story with the Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah,
that's horrible.
So
how do you trust? Like, how do you
but-
trust anybody ever again? Like literally, how do you
Right.
trust?
It's really
me
true.
and my bestie always we laugh and say like, there's just no trust. Like we're always yelling
Yeah,
about it. Like
it's
there's no
so
fucking
true.
trust.
Right.
How do you trust?
Like you watch a show like The Undoing, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yes,
You
right.
think you know
Seems like
somebody?
the
People are
best,
so
and
right.
it's
People
not.
are so
Makes me wanna cry.
complicated. Yeah,
Yeah,
people are
it's
so
like,
complicated.
do it
and they have
right
so
now.
many things.
Cry right
Yeah,
now.
cry
If
your
we
eyes.
did this yesterday, I would have just cried the whole time. But do you
Cunty Nana's still haunting
Yeah,
us
she's
all.
haunting me bad.
She's got Brie the bat.
But
the baddest.
yeah, really fucking bad.
Got you in a chokehold.
Yeah, she really
she's
does.
ready to end me, and she
really
almost
does.
did yesterday.
Yeah.
But do you guys get insecure about friendships at all? Because sometimes I find myself thinking, I'm like, I'm a good friend. I'm funny. I'm fun to be around. But do they actually like me? Do they actually want me around? Like, do people want to be my friend? I get like that more than I do in relationships.
Yes,
do
I
too, yeah.
always think that I want to be friends with people more than they want to be friends with
Me
me. I was
too.
actually thinking
Same.
about that the other day about you two. I was like, do Kelly and
Aw.
Brie like even really want to be my friends? I was like, because I
No.
like want to be,
We're out.
like
out on
I
this.
see them as my friends.
Yeah, well, that's why I keep saying we
embarrassing.
need to
Yeah.
go out
I-
together
I know,
and do
but
more
it-
stuff.
I know,
It's
do more shit.
embarrassing, but I'm just always like, I even thinking about Fran too. We've been doing it together for 4 years. I'm like, does
Yeah.
Fran like even like me? Like I'm
You're like in group text with Fran's family. I think
yeah,
you guys
I know,
are.
no,
I think you guys
know.
are friends.
I thinking about
But that is funny.
any person I come in contact with, and especially friends. I'm like, I think I want this more than them.
Yeah.
I get that way sometimes, but more often I get in the way of like, I'm so thankful to have these friends, but I worry that I am not paying attention to the friendships enough. Like I worry that I'm like
Interesting.
forgetting about them, or I'm too wrapped up in work, or too wrapped up in
I
like a
feel
boy,
that.
and
Yeah.
I forgot about my friends. And then it's like, oh fuck. And I feel like with your close friends, if you don't talk every day, you can miss a lifetime in a week and a half. Like all of a sudden someone's got a new job, someone's got a new boyfriend, they're already moving in. Like it's things happen so fast
quick.
when you're not paying attention. And I'm always worried that my friends behind my back are like, oh, she's like a flaky friend, like, oh, she's not paying attention to us. And because I'm just so fucking wrapped up in myself, and it makes me feel selfish and then also guilty.
Yeah.
And then
And then you don't
I'll
want to
start
try too
overcompensating.
hard and
Yeah.
be like the weird friend that's like trying too hard.
Exactly. Like I don't want to come in, hey, you haven't heard from me in a week, I'm going to send you 1,000 texts right now, like because it's convenient for me. Like it just seems
Yeah.
fake. And I never want to come
Same
across as
way.
like a fake friend. I
That's
always want to be like
interesting.
a genuine friend.
That's interesting. I've never felt that way. I've always
Yeah.
felt like I'm always doing the most.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm like and
Constantly
I'm not
doing shit
even
for my
like
friends.
mad at other people for not doing it for me. Like that's
Yeah.
not it. I'm not like I'm doing this for my friends and they're not doing it in return. I'm like, do they like this?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
do they
Am
even-
I doing too
Like,
much?
is this fun? Yeah.
and
is
I
this
don't
cool?
even think it's too much. I think I'm just like being a good friend. That's it.
Yeah.
It's just like being a friend.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just one of those
You
things. You
just
just get
overthink,
insecure. You're
yeah,
like, do people
insecure.
like me? Do you guys think it's the social media day and age that makes us wonder if people like us all the time?
I mean, maybe. I think
us up.
maybe because it's not like your friends can give you like that serotonin of like a million likes a day. You know, it's like you say something funny and you say it in the group chat, maybe you have like a couple laughs, but then you say it on Twitter and you get 1,000 likes. It's like, oh shit, these people definitely like me, but my friends like barely even acknowledge that text.
See,
but I feel
I
like that
think
makes
that-
them your friends. You know, they're not gonna laugh at you all the time. They're not gonna like
No.
acknowledge everything you do because like get over yourself. You know,
Right. That's a fake friend.
who acknowledges,
Acknowledges
like,
like
LOL?
everything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like everything
Weird.
and
Fake.
anything. And it's like, you're just being fake. You
Yeah.
didn't think that was that funny.
Yeah.
You don't even care that much about this story. Like, let's move along here.
I rarely respond. Like if I'm ever responding like LOL and then nothing else, I probably saw it and like maybe chuckled, but I'm doing other things, so I can't
just
get my
don't
full
care
attention.
anymore.
Yeah, you just don't
but if
care.
I see something, I'm like in the moment of it, I'm like, oh shit, and then I want to talk about it for 20 minutes.
Me
like
too.
so saddle up, you know?
Yeah,
it's time.
I think it's made me insecure in a different way. I feel like social media and all my fans or my followers or whatever, they have this like high expectation of me, and I feel like when
Ooh,
I meet
interesting.
them and I do it, I'm not living up to it, and I get insecure about that. I feel like they see us, like all of us, anyone on social media. This can go into influencers after too, but like the way you see people on the internet are not exactly what they're like in real life. Like it's an exaggerated version of themselves.
Totally.
And I feel like when people meet me, new people that know me from social media expect so much more. And I'm like,
expect you to throw up in their face.
and I'm like, I get like insecure about it. I'm like, well, I'm not like fucking nuts all the time. Like I'm not just
you're a
like,
normal human being.
Yeah, I'm normal
Exactly.
and like
You're
do fun stuff sometimes.
You're an entertainer.
Yeah.
Like when you get on social, you're there to entertain.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
it's one of those things.
People
I guess
forget
we can move
that.
into influencers.
People
from
forget
this,
that. Yeah, let's just move right into it because people forget that entertainers, like, so influencers are entertainers for the most part. Like I would say,
exaggerated version of yourself.
Yeah, it's most often it's an exaggerated version of yourself, especially if you work for like a comedy / gambling / sports company. Like you know what I mean? Like it's people
In a way, it's
forget
acting.
that it's not all real. Yeah, like people will, and I know that you've dealt with this. You've told stories
Sometimes
before.
I'm a little more tame than I.
Sometimes I hold back too.
Yeah,
because
like
I'm
I'm
like,
holding back.
Hold back
Yeah,
in on this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I think
I'm
I think it goes
50-50.
both ways. Like you're one like going the extreme, and also like
Yeah.
you hold back.
Well, yeah.
For sure,
Parts of your personality.
I like on BFFs, I'm totally different than I would ever be on this podcast. Like
Yes, yes.
I have different personalities for each piece of content, which
see
I think
people
we
say
all
that
do.
too all
Yeah,
the
for
time.
sure.
Yeah, and I'm like-
do you think that we I think that we're doing that as in like catering to the audience for sure.
Yes.
And we're just like smart in that way. But I also think that sometimes I won't say things or I won't comment on something, or I don't know, if I am like not so confident in my own thoughts, like if I am going to be questioned, or if I could be wrong, or if I could be it could be misconstrued as like annoying or something like that, I maybe will hold back at that point. Like you guys do the girls room thing, the TikTok thing. I would love to do that, but I am so awkward just moving that I'm like, oh, I gotta hide every time they do it, because if they ask me, I'll die. Like you know, but at the same time I'm like, fuck, I want to do it. But that's the kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like why?
But that's
like, why can't I pull out the like loud part of my personality that's wearing like a fucking feather robe on Survivor? Why can't I just do that for
Exactly.
something stupid like a TikTok? It's because I'm like insecure.
right. But when you said like when you hold back on certain comments because you don't know if you know enough, I think that's a smart choice because
I think so too. Yeah, I feel smart.
I think it's a smart choice, and I think everybody does that because people don't, I guess, they don't think about themselves in the other person's shoes. And it's like, you're not always going to be right 24/7. You're not in your own life. You're 100% not right 24/7. Nobody is. No. That's you. First of all, you wouldn't learn anything if you were right all the time. You would never be wrong and then learn from your mistakes. So that's just impossible. So like, there's not much room to be like so wrong all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? So you have to like.
That's true.
So I think it's smart. But I wanted to ask you guys, like, what do you think defines an influencer? And I don't want to talk about us because I think we're a different. It's a different type of quote unquote. I would never ever refer to myself as an influencer in a conversation. If somebody
neither.
asked me what I was,
No.
I would never use the word
I
influencer.
almost hate my
but-
friends sometimes say that. They'll be like, oh, she's an influencer. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, but
but
no.
like,
Like, it has like a
but
negative connotation to me.
Right, but I think also I kind of hate that there's a negative connotation to it because it is a job nowadays that people do strive to have. People are influencers. That's
You
a
make
fact.
fucking
they
money.
make a lot of money, but I just would not say I am one.
No,
like I think I do
no.
other things besides that, but I do think that people would maybe call us them in some way, which is fine. I just wouldn't say that about ourselves. So I want to remove us from the conversation and talk about like the influencers on Instagram that are doing ad after ad after ad on their Instagram stories. Their pages are filled with ads.
Yep.
I think the one thing that grinds my gears about influencers on Instagram.
You know, it really grinds my gears.
Yeah, you know what, guy? You know, I'm 80 years old. You know what grinds my
yeah.
gears is when somebody, and this is terrible that I'm using Millie Bobby Brown as the.
I was like, where are we going here?
I stand Millie Bobby Brown.
No, so do I.
Why? Because she won't get an iPhone?
Wait, cut that cough out. I just fucking choked into the mic because I
did, it
ate
was
that
loud.
popcorn before. It was like stuck in my throat. Or you can keep it in, whatever.
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown, she's not an influencer. She's an amazing actress. I love Millie Bobby Brown, but it's the most public example that I think people will know. She was doing an ad for a skincare brand, and she was like putting it on her face, but pretending to pump it on her hand, and then it would cut, and she would like rub it together and like pretend to put it. There was nothing on her hand. She wasn't using any of the product.
Yeah.
And I actually see that often with influencers when they're doing like, this is my skincare routine, and then they don't put any they pretend to put the product on their hand. I'm like,
Yeah.
I see you rubbing together
That's crazy.
Nothing.
They just
I
do-
see you
right.
rubbing together.
Fake it?
Nothing.
They just do a bunch of
just
jump
use
cuts.
the skincare. Just
What
use
is it going to kill you? Why are you
Right.
doing an ad for it if you won't even put it on your own
Right,
skin?
like that's what pisses me off when people do ads for shit that they're like all over their
Or like
Instagram page that
the
they just
diet
are like
suppression
not using.
shit, like the diet
tea,
lollipops.
yeah, the
Oh,
diet
yeah,
lollipops.
skinny tea.
It sets such a bad precedent.
I would say influencers. I only consider someone an influencer if they're like strictly on Instagram. Like that's an influencer to me. Like I would say a
I feel that
TikToker,
same way, actually.
YouTuber, podcaster.
Yeah, I
like
guess
I
so.
wouldn't say we're influencers because TikTok isn't. I mean, Instagram isn't our main focus. But
Right.
like those people on Instagram where it's outfit inspiration and like
Instagram influencer.
This is how to do
yeah.
your hair. Yeah, those
Yeah.
are like influencers.
Do you
to
guys
me.
follow any of the like fashion influencers like We Wore What or Something Navy?
No.
Those girls are, and I follow them and I've enjoyed their content for years, but they are, if you want to like, look, what is an influencer? Look up like what We Wore What Danielle Bernstein. She is like, she's gone through so many, like, she's had a couple scandals. She's had like, you know, anxiety issues. She's had like body shaming issues. Like there's all kinds of shit going on, but her page is just 100%. It's either like ads, promo for her own stuff, or like her talking to the camera and explaining like, here's what I did today. Like, here's my hair routine. Here's this, here's that, for years. Like she stays doing this. Like I remember, I don't even know how long, like maybe 2014, 2015, before you could even like tap for credits or anything, like you couldn't do that on Instagram yet. And I remember she posted a photo of herself in this like long lace kimono on Instagram. And I was like, I need that fucking kimono. And I Googled it for, I say 45 minutes and I found it. I own it. I wear it all the time now currently. But I remember thinking back, that was the first time I saw something on Instagram and was like, I fucking need that.
You were
And
like,
I did
influenced.
I was literally
Yeah, you were
influenced by it.
It does work.
Yeah, it really does. And
I like
so
the
now
outfit
I'm always
stuff.
like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who did, like my favorite type of influencer to follow, and I really don't, I guess I wouldn't follow so many like quote unquote what we're talking about Instagram influencers, but I do follow a few like fashion oriented influencers who I think genuinely care about what they're putting out there in their brand. And I think you could sense when someone is genuine and when someone is not. And I really like to follow the ones that I feel like are genuine. They have a pretty aesthetic, but it's not all about the aesthetic. It's like when you watch their Instagram stories, you're engaged by it and
It's
you
not
can tell
reading a script.
right. And
Totally.
you can just tell when someone is
Being
genuine
real.
about it.
Yeah.
What kind of influencers are like your favorites to follow? Because I don't want to shit on every one of them, and I know that there are some good ones.
No,
out
yeah,
there.
I would say influencers. I would shit on them, but also commend them at the same
Right,
time. Like
right.
I have 50. I have like hate and also respect.
It's a grind, for
It's a
sure.
total
Sure.
grind. I do not know how people do it constantly. Like, and I also don't know how they don't run out of material, because that's how, going off of what you're saying, I think whenever I see those ads, I'm most engaged when it's like something funny or like seems super real, or it just seems like a casual conversation and not so much like an ad in my face. And I think that if you're able to do that, it's that then you're like a real true. I think that's like the best kind you can
There
be.
was my freshman year roommate in college. I remember the first day we moved into college and she had a book on her desk that said how to be Instagram famous. And I was like, I'm not going to like this bitch. And we ended up becoming best friends. And it was like crazy to see because she had like 1,000 followers. And now you guys can scroll and look. She grew, like she became an influencer by constantly like going out and shooting content in like 0-degree weather with her outfits and like really
Interesting.
Like it was like kind of a grind and cool to see. And like now look at her, like she has 40,000 followers. She had 1,000 when I met her, and she grinds so hard.
How long ago was how
So-
like fast did she
Yeah,
grow?
she definitely has cool outfits.
She hit 10,000 like a couple months ago, and now she's at 40.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's
That's
like growing
wild.
insane. Her name's Natalie Marie Just, and she
Yeah,
Good for
she's
her.
her
beautiful.
outfits
She
are
is
sick.
gorgeous, yeah, I could see.
But I just remember thinking like that's such a weird idea to like want to be Instagram famous. And
Yeah,
now
this
I
is cool.
see her succeed and like her making money and doing deals. I'm like it's a job.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I know a few high school teachers who say that when it's like deciding where you want to go to college and whatever, some people are like, I just want to be an influencer.
Yeah.
I just want
yeah.
to be an Instagram influencer. Imagine telling that to your parents
No
when we
fucking
were
way.
in high
No.
school. And that's not even that long. I graduated high school in 2015. Not that long ago. I thankfully like got into this job, which I wouldn't, like I said, would not consider an influencer. Imagine straight up just telling your parents, I want to be an Instagram influencer. I just want to sell ads on my Instagram. I want to curate a following just from posting pictures and then sell ads on Instagram.
Let me tell you
What
a
would
little
your parents-
story, a little something. I had to basically convince my parents that going to school for like a marketing degree was worth it. Being like, hey, listen, like, you know, my dad and my mom also like were super supportive of me for sure, but they did not think I was gonna like be the next Don Draper. Like that's in their head, that's what that meant. They're like, okay, well, like we'll see. And if I were to come to them and be like, hey, this is this thing on the internet, it's brand new, like basically as of this year, but eventually maybe in 10 years, once they work it all out, I'm going to be making a boatload of fucking money. Never in a million years would they have gone for that. I would never be allowed to. My brother, who's 7 years younger, I think if he had tried to do it even, it wouldn't have worked. No, like I don't think they would believe him either. And that was only, he just graduated college last year. So I don't think that.
Still didn't get it when I tried to drop out. I tried to become a film major and they wouldn't let me. They were like, no, you're pre-med. And then when I dropped out and said I'm working at Barstool, they said, you are in school for a doctor. Why would you work for a furniture company? And I was like, this is insane.
Right.
So like, I still think, like we talked about with generations, there's so many people that just will never get it.
No, the disconnect is crazy.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think that the amount of kids who like want to become influencers or want to try to become influencers, I say go right the fuck ahead. Go ahead and try.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
Do something on the side though to make a little money while you're working at it.
Do
but
something
try
to make
it
on the side.
for
But
sure.
if you are like a kid and you are not really sure about college yet, you're not really sure like what you want to do in your life, and you kind of want to give this influencer thing a try, don't then like be forced into going to college, wasting a bunch of money, probably hating it just to get it under your belt by the age of 22. Like you don't need to do that. You can, if you feel passionate about it and you want to like become an influencer, start trying and give it a try for a couple of years. If it can become your main source of income, great. If not, keep it up, get a side situation or start going to school on the side. Totally plausible. And then see where it goes. Like you gotta keep doing it for so long, I think is the thing. And people like lose patience. And so for the kids who are like, oh, I don't want to go to college, I want to become an influencer, if they are serious, they'll make it happen. If they're not, it'll lose steam and they'll be at college in a couple of years.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's not worth the fight, I think, for parents.
What is your least favorite thing about influencers? What really fucking pisses you off when you see an influencer do something on Instagram?
You know what I hate? I hate when
the fake voice.
The fake voice is awful. I hate when people think that they're influencers when they don't have that many followers.
Yes.
Like when
you have like 1,000 followers.
Yes, when they do not have that much influence. Like
they're doing
Q&As.
Q&As. I'm like,
yes,
who's asking?
I've been getting a lot of my favorite. I've been getting a lot of
Your
questions.
best friends who know every answer to the questions.
It's ridiculous.
I've been getting so many questions lately. I just figured I'd come on here and address them all.
Yes.
It's like
I
what?
see that shit all the time.
I do too. I get maybe one person asks, and I'm like, so many people are asking about this. Like, here I am posting it.
I can't believe the shit I've been seeing on my Instagram that I'm like, who
asked you this?
And I get it. Like maybe they are, like we said, trying. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're trying to grow that following. Which
I was
fair
gonna say,
enough.
how do you start though? Like
I
you
know.
kind of have
Yeah,
to
you
do
kind
that.
of.
That is true.
It's a good
Smoke
point.
and mirrors.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, what's
It's just embarrassing when
Dave
you have
Portnoy
1,000
did that.
followers and do it.
That was
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy's move. He made up fake names and wrote a few different things to put in the paper to make it
newspaper.
seem like there were more people than there were.
It's a
Yeah.
grind.
You know who else
what?
did
Maybe
this?
they're fucking smart.
Yeah, maybe they're just doing it
actually
right.
You guys are doing a good thing.
Yeah.
You know who got caught submitting to his own Q&A to answer his own questions is Bennett from The Bachelor. Got caught doing that. He was submitting his own. He was like, Bennett, like, what's your workout routine? Or Bennett, like, how was this? But he didn't realize that, like, it'll show your own picture. Like, when you, he really fucked it up. Like, it was embarrassing.
That's
He deleted
embarrassing.
it. He later deleted it. But yeah,
That would make me
it was very
insecure.
embarrassing.
One of the things that pisses me off about some influencers is like and this is I want this to come across the right way. So let me know if it doesn't
Okay,
sound right.
we'll steer you if needed.
The over positivity. The
Yes,
influencer
that's fair to say.
who is positive
Wake up and drink tea and
24/7. No,
Yeah.
like I get that though. Like if you want to
No,
tell me to
but they're
meditate,
like,
but,
and I'm so spiritual
Yeah,
and I
no,
feel so good all the
yeah,
time.
no,
And why
no,
are you so
yes.
sad? Just be happy. Like,
Right, that.
shut up.
Like
I want to
it's
be
like-
sad.
It's like toxic positivity.
Yes,
It's like,
no
no
one
one
is
is
that's
like-
a term. That's
that
a term
is like-
that's being thrown around right now. Is
It's just-
toxic positivity.
It's
it really
just
is.
not all rainbows and butterflies.
No, it's not.
It's not at all.
Relax.
There's a lot of dark clouds and thunderstorms.
Those
mixed
people
in.
are those are the saddest people.
They
too.
must be.
Because
They
it's
must
like
be,
if you
right?
have to like, and it's the smile with nothing behind their eyes.
Yeah, they're dead.
They're smiling, but they look like that. They're
Yeah,
just like
literally.
dead on the
Exactly.
inside.
It's
I'm laughing. I won't click on any of these things, but all of the headline articles are like toxic positivity, the dark side of positive vibes. Toxic positivity is real, and it's a problem during the pandemic. What is toxic positivity? It's just everybody is on here.
Yeah, just
being
let
like,
yourself feel
it's
you
too
being
much.
like it's
When
too much
something-
fucking sunshine. Like it's
Right.
almost like
It's oh well,
I'm
you know,
getting
you know
a
who,
sunburn.
you know who it's like?
Everything happens
you know who
for
it's
a
like?
reason.
Like the Joker. It's weird. cuts his face open. He's smiling all the time, and that's how people are feeling.
That's how half the influencers
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, it's
like, dude,
some
let
of
me see
it.
a tear.
Why don't you put a
like
smile on
the
my
robot?
face?
What pissed you off today? Tell someone to fuck off on your Instagram
Yeah.
story. I'd like
Yeah.
to
It's
see
More
that.
genuine.
I would like to see that.
It's so much more genuine. It's like this is people go about their day and they get pissed off at stuff. They get happy about things. They get sad about things. They go through all the emotions every single day. Maybe you have a day that you're just so happy nothing bothers you, right? But
Yeah.
it's like
It can't be every day.
It can't
It's
be
not
every
every
day.
day.
That's
You are
concerning.
not. And I do appreciate the people that are trying to put out a positive message. I do.
Same.
I get it. But every second of every day is just
It's fake.
you
It's
seem
exhausting.
so fake. I don't even want to hang out with you. I have no desire to be your friend.
can't
I like to
match
follow
the
people that I'm
energy.
like, I want to be your friend.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with you. I don't want to hang out with those people. That doesn't seem fun to me. It makes it seem like if I were to shit on something, or if
Yeah.
I were to like curse, you would get all mad.
Do you think that's
think
all
about
like a
that.
facade? Like if you were hanging out with them, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I don't actually."
Yeah, I feel like they're
Believe
probably
that. It
probably
depressed. and
depends.
But then I
It
hate
probably
that even
depends on
more.
who it
Like if
is,
you
yeah.
were so fake and do that, I still don't want to be your friend.
I don't like when people are so positive that it like sounds like a threat. Like I have to be positive too, or else
Right.
like you're dead. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
like we're feeling good today,
Yeah.
right?
It's like, where are your vibes, Kelly? Where are the vibes?
Yeah.
Like, be better.
Literally, like
Dude,
don't
come on.
stop. Like just please
Yeah.
no. Like
I'm in
I'd
a
rather
bad
hide in the
fucking
dark.
mood. Leave me alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love saying when I'm in a bad mood. I feel like
Yeah.
it makes things easier because it's like, I'm in a fucking mood today.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not a
FYI.
cunt, I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah,
And
like
it's-
not being like no tiptoe eggshells around me. I say that more so to be like, don't be offended by me being a total cunt right now.
Yes.
Like just I am in a bad mood. I don't know if I control my emotions at this moment. I'm gonna be a cunt and I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to be a cunt to you. You have to deal with it. I'm aware that it's not right. It's not the right thing to do, but I'm going to do it anyway because
Yeah.
I'm in a bad mood.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the influencers, when they are upset, they're like passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, do you know
Oh,
what I
totally,
mean? Like
totally.
they can't just straight
Like,
up
hey guys,
say they're mad.
Super busy this week.
Yeah.
it's like
because my agent booked me like 20 things, but
yeah,
it's like so I'm
which
so
is
grateful.
great, and I'm so
Fucking-
grateful, and I love you guys for this.
They're-
But
yeah.
you know, I'm just like a little tired, a
And
little
they're, like,
sleep deprived.
they're
This is my
shaking,
This
yeah.
is my 14th coffee. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Shaking from this is your 14th coffee.
yeah.
You mean
Babe.
all the Coke and Adderall you're doing?
Yeah,
like,
Shut up.
up.
Just like,
Shut up.
babe,
I
cry.
hate when influencers they
It's
act like
fine.
oh, you know, we do no wrong. Like I wake up, I do yoga, I drink tea, I do whatever. I'm like, bitch, you
I saw you
didn't
snorting
eat anything
Coke
today
last
because
week.
you
Yeah.
I saw you
Like,
with
come
cocaine.
on.
You're taking Adderall out the ass.
Yeah.
Like I can tell.
I
I can
drank
tell by your
my-
cheekbones that you're taking Adderall every day.
Yeah.
I drank my positivity this morning.
Ah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah, it's like,
I hate you.
Stop,
Give me,
quit it.
I
No.
hate you.
You
I
give me
literally
awful vibes when all you're trying to do is give me good ones. It's
No.
like
Yeah.
this. It's not working, babe.
And,
No.
and then when those people get called out and they're like, let's just spread love. And you know,
Yeah.
Shut up!
And this
It's
is
the worst.
and no one knows it. I have been a Hailey Bieber stan forever. Like
are.
ever since that I have been the true.
Doesn't she suck though? Like I love her too,
No,
but she's a cunt.
No, I would never call her a
Whoa.
cunt.
no, it's like
Oh no! But I was.
Oh, no!
I was gonna.
Noah was
I was
so
gonna-
offended,
yeah,
like,
no,
on your
like,
behalf.
God,
I've heard a lot of
no.
stories that she's
No.
evil.
Well,
I think I've heard those stories
I think
too.
people
Yeah.
are very jealous that she ended up with Justin Bieber, and now I'm going to get
Definitely.
defensive. Even I was about to shit on her, but now I'm going to defend her.
That's
but then I'll
fine.
shit on her after.
Okay.
I have been obsessed with her since 2014. No joke. Hailey Bieber stan. I think people will try to. I think she seems like a sweetheart. I think people will get mad because she ended up with Justin Bieber, the one guy that like every girl
Well, yeah.
wanted to
Oh,
be
yeah.
with.
Yeah.
So people are.
She is
people-
one less lonely girl.
Exactly. So
How do you get
people,
past that?
You know,
You can't.
Selena fans are going to say things about her that maybe the stories are true, but I'm sure there are very nice ones about her too. I think a lot of shit like that is like you can't trust everything everyone's saying.
yeah, everything on.
But
is
I
fake.
will say toxic positivity sometimes on her stories.
time.
And
Big time.
it drives me nuts because I'm like, Hales. Yeah, I loved you.
Sweetie,
I
love
love
you,
you.
baby.
And
She does a lot of
I thought she was very entertaining to follow a
spiritual.
few years ago. But like the always like everyone be kind, love each other. I get it. Like we
Justin
all
Bieber,
know
too.
that. We all know we need to be kind and love each other.
For sure.
But the everyday reminder. It's
because
It's just
they're
too
like very
much.
spiritual and
Yeah,
like religious.
I get it.
so
Maybe
it's
that's
like-
a great way to live. Good
say it
for
could
them,
be
but
that.
it's not going to
No,
work.
fuck
Do you guys
that.
ever feel like the more that someone tells you to do something, the less you want to do
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Like that's exactly how I feel about
Yes.
positivity.
When you walk on the
Where-
street and a guy says "Smile, toots."
Oh, fuck off. Like, I literally, like, I'll
I'm gonna
kill
stab you.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
really? Like, oh, smile, I'll murder you right here in the street.
Yeah.
Like, would you
Literally,
prefer that?
I pull my Glock out. I got
the
that
fuck?
motherfucking thing.
Where's
on
our
me.
where's our tasers at? Those are coming. Those are in the
Yeah.
mail.
Right.
I hate it so much, and I also hate. This isn't really exactly like Hailey Bieber. I just didn't want to forget. the bad apologies, like by influencers in general, the apologies that are terrible, but also the ones that are like, they apologize for doing shit like that. Like when they're like, oh, I'm positive, whatever. And then when they come on and they're like, oh, you guys, like, here's a look into my day. You know, it's not all rainbows and smiles. Like, I'm sorry if I made you feel that way, but trust me, things get crazy. And they like point at one pimple you can barely see on their cheek. And it's like, whoa, your craziest shit is like the one pimple. And they're like, oh, look at my one pimple on my cheek. Like, can you believe the day that I'm having?
Yeah.
And
I'm
like,
normal
no.
too. I get acne and it's that little
it's the
thing.
one, and it's like not even, it's basically a scab that's already gone.
They
like, what
probably
the fuck?
picked it onto their
Literally.
face.
And they put a filter on it, so like it's
you can't
barely
even
there.
see
You
it?
really you can't even see it. It's like you're
Those
not
are
being
my
truthful at all.
Not even close. Not even close.
All right, we're talking about influencers and all this fake shit, but I want to talk about some fresh shit, some new shit and good shit, which is HelloFresh, bitch. It is so good. I've
Currently
been
influencing as we speak.
Yeah.
Influencing?
influencing the good stuff.
Yeah.
But HelloFresh,
Not
seriously.
that positivity.
Yeah, no,
Nah,
we're being honest here.
Good eats here.
It's good eats for real. I've been using it since college because I don't know how to cook. I hate going to the grocery store because that's like actually one of my insecurities, going to a grocery store and not knowing what to pick up.
I hate that too. I black out in the grocery store every time, I swear.
It's not fun going to the grocery store, and it's not fun like not having a recipe in front of you. HelloFresh gives you the recipe, it gives you everything that you need to cook, and it's good food. Like it actually tastes good, and it's so easy to make. The meats, I'll just say it, the HelloFresh meats, I fucking love them. Yeah. They're so fresh, they're so good. HelloFresh is just something that I feel like everyone needs to try. And if you're a shitty cook, I can guarantee you'll make a good meal with HelloFresh, and it will taste well. So if you want to get HelloFresh now, you can go to HelloFresh.com/plan12 and use code plan12 for free 12 meals, including free shipping, okay? So if you want to eat good and you want it to taste good, go to HelloFresh.com/plan12 and use code plan12 for 12 free meals and free shipping.
All right, I think we've done our
through.
fair share of ripping, but also complimenting the influencers of the
so,
internet.
too.
And I think it's time to move on to
Fuck our siblings.
Yeah, it's time to fuck our siblings.
Incest!
Yeah!
Let's
Let's get naked.
Here we go. Ladies, I was just like oddly excited to talk about this only because there are so many stories that I feel like people don't fucking know about incest.
Yeah.
And I want to start us off all the way back in Egypt to Cleopatra, who I don't know if you ladies know this. She married not one, but two of her brothers. Did you know this?
No.
She married her first brother when he was 10 years old. She was 18 years old. And people, you know, it's always a weird thing within like royal families or whatever kind of royalty, wherever you are around the world, that they would try to marry within families to keep the bloodline going. That's like the royal family's all half inbred, like whole thing. Cleopatra, I guess, same vein.
Is King Tut involved in this?
King Tut. So I looked this up because I also thought that.
I
No,
just
I
have
also
a little
thought
side story.
I thought it was
met
King
him?
Tut.
Yeah, basically.
I thought it was
Fucked
King
him?
Tut, and I looked up King Tut.
There's a whole thing.
Because he's Tutankhamun, and he's not the same.
Okay.
He's a little bit different. But I also really thought that he was married to Cleopatra. But no, she married her brother, whose name's like Turatami or something like that. It's PT. It's like a PT name.
Okay.
Like Turatami.
Because
Yeah.
I used to be best friends with my boy cousin in middle school. We were best friends,
Yeah.
and all his guy friends would call him King Tut because they would be like,
Uh-huh.
"You guys are fucking," and then we couldn't be friends
Weird.
anymore.
I think maybe that was like the
because
same.
people were like, "These two,
the
like,
same
are in
nursery
love,
school
but we're
rhyme that
cousins."
I learned. I think they were just like besties or something. To be honest, I'll have to do more research on that. But I do
I
know
don't
that her brothers have different names than Tutankhamun. So I don't think it's him. She married her first brother when she was 10, or when he was 10, she was 18. Then
Wait,
She was 10?
Yes. No, he was 10. She was 18.
What?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Oh my!
Yes.
Cleopatra was highly problematic.
Yes,
then.
highly.
Jesus
So, which by the way,
Christ.
I've been Cleopatra for Halloween like at least 3 times. So this
Did
is-
his balls
this is
even
tough.
drop?
No.
Can he even fuck?
No, of course not.
No.
Got married whenever. Then
make out.
wait, it gets worse. It gets worse. Then she marries this guy. He starts like scheming behind her back. He starts getting a little older, a little wiser. Starts scheming behind her back. She gets pissed, and she goes off and hooks up with Caesar, the Caesar. Okay.
Oh shit!
And then Caesar comes over, kills her brother because she's like, "Fuck you! Like you want to do shit behind my back? Fuck you!" Doesn't marry Caesar. Marries her other brother who was 13 at the time.
marries your brother.
And then
She married a
stayed
10-year-old and
married.
a 13-year-old?
Yeah.
And
Well,
they're
by
all
the
her
time she got to
brothers.
Cancel Cleopatra.
by the time they got to the
Fuck this
13-year-old,
bitch.
she was probably like over like maybe 21 or
She's
something
worse
like that.
than Helen Keller.
Yeah.
She is crazy.
I mean, if
That's
you are
fucking nuts.
18 years old and you are marrying your 10-year-old brother, that is
where are the parents in this situation?
disgusting.
Great question.
They
Great
probably
fucking question.
arranged it.
They probably did. Well, that's what I'm saying. I really don't know. I am forgetting my
So
like
you're trying to
5th
keep
grade report on
the
Cleopatra.
The bloodline.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Yes.
when their children come out, are they fucking incestuous looking little creatures?
I
'Cause
don't know.
Aren't incest babies like
They're supposed to,
looking
yeah, they're supposed to be
crazy?
fucked up. Yeah, it's supposed to be, you're supposed to get real, a lot of like issues. Like,
Yeah.
they don't advise you to have
They
sex
do
with your
not.
siblings. Like it's
No,
it's illegal. I'm pretty
it's-
sure
I
in
think
most
bad.
places.
I think it's like a 50%, like or some
Yeah,
weird
Yes,
thing
it's
where
like
it
a
is.
could
genetic
happen, it couldn't.
mutation shit.
Yeah.
What is it in Wolf of Wall Street? If anybody's going to fuck my cousin, it's
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know who the first person on this list, Charles Darwin, literally was. He married his first cousin. Here, I'll read you this. It's just from my 10 less known facts about incest. Charles Darwin was the first to suspect if incest could cause defects in the offspring. He married his first cousin, and they had 10 children. 3 of them died as infants, and another 3 of them were infertile.
So
and
he married
also,
her for science?
I guess I have.
was
Oh
an
yeah, like many
experiment.
other
How romantic.
like many other
Wow.
Victorian upper class families, and most of his relatives, Charles Darwin married within the clan. I guess they're upper class Victorian families. They're trying to keep all their shit together. But one of the
Keep it in the
daughters
fam.
inherited stress-induced vomiting from him. His son Leonard was rather slow and backward. In quotes. That's what it says on here.
That's what people say
What?
about me.
This also, by the way, I'm only when I eventually get to this and read you all the facts, there are, or at least a couple of them. I'm going to send this to you guys later because I think that this whole article was written by somebody who's like down for incest. It's almost like apologizing. It's like, like this makes sense. And we're usually attracted to the scent of people genetically different from us to avoid incest. But sometimes you never know. Like it's weirdly.
wrong
it's-
turn.
Yeah. It's a weird. I read the whole thing and I was like, are these people trying to fuck their siblings? Like that's how this article comes across.
If
But
you fuck your sibling, you are
No,
a
I have a
fucking
theory.
freakazoid
It's so
weirdo.
insane. What
Do you
think,
guys
Brie?
have I'm gonna get in trouble because people are gonna listen that know who I'm talking about, but it's whatever. So there's
It's
this
cool.
there's this family back home, and there's this brother sister duo who we joke around. We're like they fuck, but there are these families that are too close. Like if you're
Yes.
like taking pictures with your brother, like your boyfriend girlfriend. It's already weird, but then like they sit on each other's laps at parties, like they can't do anything without each other. They're not even
weird.
twins. I'm like, they kiss.
Oh,
They're
that's
not even twins.
Like
That's
they
so fucking
they have at
weird.
least kissed. Do you guys know like
Yes.
people that are like that?
I think that everybody has like that the family back home
Like,
that like
they're
may or may not be
fucking.
fucking.
Yeah.
and
like a
if
weird,
you don't have the family back home, you are that family back
yeah,
home.
if
you
you
are
don't
that
know,
family
it's
back
you.
home.
Probably check how you were acting with your siblings because you
Yeah.
may come across weird.
I don't know if it's
incesty.
because I grew up in a house where we like we're not super physically affectionate. Like, definitely I love yous, blah, blah, blah,
Yes.
whatever. My mom will give hugs all day long, but the rest of us we're all
Yeah,
real
like,
stiff
ugh.
and uncomfortable.
Same,
like none of us are.
same.
So my brother and I think I hug my brother like once every time I see him, like one time. Quick hug. Like it's
Yes,
never
yes.
a thing. So I don't even understand how you get to that kind of relationship with your brother.
Lovey-dovey.
Like we're definitely like really good friends. We talk all the time, whatever. But I'm never
Physical.
yeah, like I can't imagine
Different.
when I see the like, oh, that's my brother, whatever, like hanging all over your brother, like
Yeah.
doing shit with your brother. There's girls, like I said, I'm thinking specifically of like a girl who I think fucks her brother.
Me
and that's
too. I'm
how she would
picturing
act.
it.
Or they
Yeah.
like
And I'm
at least have
what's
a
the deal?
crush.
Yeah, or some. It's like some
It's like
sort
you're
of
attracted to each other.
I feel like at some point it changes from like admiration to like sexual
Yeah,
attraction.
that's weird.
Which is strange. Do you want to? Honestly, it fits well in with this third fact. Almost 50% of reunions between siblings or parents and their offspring separated at birth result in sexual attraction. This phenomenon is known as genetic sexual attraction, and I guess they say it to people when they adopt kids. They're like, if they adopt them as like a young age, they're always like, be careful because when they get older, they might have this like sexual attraction to you, like to either of the parents.
heard lots of that.
Because it's not like they're not actually related, but they are like nurturing them. So people sometimes it can be like mistaken
Well,
as
who was that guy?
Like when somebody
like
saves
sexual
you,
love.
like
Yeah.
when you like
That's
they're
it.
Yes.
almost
That's
an
the
accident,
thing.
they save you, and then you become like
Yes.
Who's
obsessed
the
with
famous
them.
guy that did that and started dating his wife's?
That's Woody
Woody
Allen.
Allen.
Woody Allen.
That's
yeah.
Woody. Oh yeah,
so we want to
that's
talk
that.
about Woody Allen.
Let's
so
absolutely talk about
the Woody
that.
Allen documentary has been released on HBO. Not all the episodes. I think there's 4 in total. 2 have been released.
Yeah, 2 are
out. Allen versus Farrow. So obviously it's the story. Dylan Farrow is in it. And
Wait,
so
sorry, is this on
as is
HBO?
Woody
HBO,
is
yeah.
on HBO Max. Woody Allen was married to Mia Farrow,
Yes.
and their daughter Dylan Farrow is in this documentary. And Mia Farrow is as well. And Dylan Farrow goes through.
Is adopted, by the way. Dylan Farrow was
Yes,
adopted.
she's an Asian girl, right?
No. That's the other daughter.
That's the other daughter
Yeah.
who he ended
Sun
up
Yi.
marrying.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll get
yes.
there. We'll get there.
We'll get there,
But
but-
Dylan was adopted as a baby. So
Yeah.
and Woody didn't think that he didn't like want kids. Mia Farrow wanted kids and was like, I'm gonna adopt this child. You can like be as present as you want in its life. And he ended up like becoming really obsessed with her.
Obsessed with her, and she goes through all the details in this documentary of like how he touched her inappropriately and just had a very, very, very inappropriate relationship with her. And then also then he ended up marrying the other
Yes,
the
I
other
can
girl. Yeah,
do
go
a quick
through
breakdown.
it.
So
do a quick
he,
breakdown because they found Mia found a nude photo of her.
Yes. So Mia Farrow she's again super famous actress. Like she worked really closely with Woody Allen, so their lives professionally and personally were super intertwined. And so Mia Farrow wanted this big family. She had adopted several children from other countries, a couple Asian countries. I think I'm not sure where from else. And one of those girls was named Sun Yi, and she was adopted. I want to say at like, I don't know, like 7 or 8. Like she was older when she was adopted, not like a newborn
And Woody
baby.
Allen was like in her life.
Woody Allen was in her
Yes.
life as like a pseudo stepdad.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
that's how
Yes.
that was his vibe. But at that time when she was adopted, Woody Allen was very obsessed with
other
Dylan
one.
Farrow.
Also,
And
Woody
then-
doesn't live with.
He doesn't live with
live
them,
in the
yeah.
same house. as
Okay.
her.
No, he just kind of like shows up. Like he's not.
He
He
like
doesn't live with.
plays like a figure of a father.
Yes,
kind of.
exactly. And so he and Mia Farrow also gave birth to Ronan. That was a biological child. And so the two kids,
But the
Dylan was
parents
like
don't
age
live
5.
together?
No, it's a weird deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's weird to begin with.
Dylan
Right.
was age 5. The Ronan was like 2 or something. And then all this weird shit was coming out about Woody Allen sexually assaulting Dylan, the 5-year-old, and it came out because Dylan said it. Dylan was like he touched my privates. He like took me upstairs and told me to keep it a secret. Like whole thing, like how it was, and it's all on film. Like it's filmed literally. So if you see that, it's fucking crazy. But like during that time when he wasn't really living at that house and he was like sort of had this weird like controlling sexual relationship with a 5-year-old, he was also seducing this like now 16, 17-year-old, whatever she was at the time, Sun Yi. And Sun Yi she took naked photos of herself or either she took photos of herself like Polaroids or Woody took them of her and Woody had them all like in his dresser drawer and Mia found them. And at this point, I think Sun Yi was of age. Like she was either 17 or 18 where it was like plausible that they were having an affair. And she was, Mia Farrow was like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is disgusting, whatever. And still to this day, Mia Farrow is not like mad at Sun Yi for this. Like, she thinks that Woody is
Groomed her.
groomed her and is like a disgusting man. And she's like,
He is,
you know, Sun Yi
yeah.
came over from, I honestly, I'm not sure exactly where she's from, but she came over from like a super broken home, like abuse, whole thing. And now she's like locked into this relationship with a predator.
Yeah, are they like
fucked up.
still?
They're like still together. Yeah. They're
my
like,
God.
yeah.
That's disturbing.
It's
really
really
disturbing.
disturbing and disgusting.
Disturbing that it's
He's
allowed.
Such a fucked up human being, Woody Allen. You have to watch the documentary if you haven't already. It's on HBO Max. It's weird shit like that. That's like they're not blood related, so
Right.
is it incest? But yes, it is incest.
It's
like
definitely
it's 100%.
incest. It's also
incest.
like
It's still just
fucking
wrong.
You're a
Yes.
pedophile.
Yeah.
Also.
Oh,
like
it's wrong. Yeah, no,
super wrong.
Yeah, it's it
crazy.
is so fucked up. But to go into a lighter note, what do you guys think of incest porn? Like when you're scrolling
yeah.
porn and you see it's like stepbrother fuck stepsister. I can't watch that. I literally
them
can't watch
either.
it. Also
It's a
because
fetish.
who's watching boys and girls fuck?
Yeah, nobody's watching.
Everybody's watching lesbians.
Yeah, everyone's watching lesbian porn.
Everybody's
Nobody's
watching.
watching
So,
straight porn. No one has watched straight porn in years.
But when I see like stepfather, or
Yeah,
like
I don't
something
know.
like stepmother and stepsister,
and then
Yeah.
son comes in to fuck her to
Yeah.
rescue.
stepmother and stepsister scissor each other's brains
Yeah.
out. I'm like,
It's gross.
No, I can't click that because now I'm thinking they're related and it freaks me
Right.
out.
It's like
Yeah,
what's
why is
also
that
interesting
a
always about the
thing?
porn, and I looked this up. They never say, it's always step. Like it's never
Yes.
actual incest
Sister.
because incest is like I said, it's like technically illegal. I think in some places still, and it's but not everywhere, which is fucking crazy.
Crazy.
But it's illegal in
Should be an illegal
a lot
thing.
of places.
Yeah.
But so they have to have that like disclaimer of it being step siblings or step parents, whatever. My parents never were divorced, so I never had an opportunity for like
fuck
a
your
step,
stepbrother.
yeah, like a step
I didn't
situation.
get to
But I
that
can't-
level, so I couldn't.
Yeah, like I can't imagine even that though. Like you are trying to like sneak around and fuck this like person that's now living in your house. It's basically a stranger and it's like an attached person for
and
somebody
your
who came
parents
in.
are fucking, so it's like weird that you want to
Yeah,
fuck too.
you know what it's like? The fucking Brady Bunch is like that.
Yeah.
They're all dating each other. They all were together. Like
What?
Like yeah. Am I right? Am I wrong?
I didn't watch the Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch was like
In
I was
the
born
show?
in 1997.
they I don't know if it was in the show, but it was always like weirdly implied. Like it was the kids matched up in age. So it was like Greg and Marsha. I hate that I know this. Greg and Marsha.
I know the
Peter
gist,
and
but
yeah.
I didn't
Peter
know they
and
were
Jan
dating.
and Bobby.
didn't know
and
it was
Cindy.
Sure Jan.
Yeah, sure Jan.
I know the one episode where she breaks her nose.
Of course. Oh, my nose. That's Marsha. So anyway, they're all lined up in age, and I think I might be confusing it with
I think you might.
a
be.
very Brady movie, which I think is a
I've
spoof
seen that one.
of the Brady Bunch.
I think you're
where
confusing
Greg and
it.
Marsha fuck, and I think
Yeah.
that I'm thinking about that. But it was true. Like on the show, you always thought that at least Greg and Marsha, who were like horny
They were
teenagers,
flirty.
they were
Yeah.
super flirty. Greg was so cute. He was always just like eyes like this. He had blue eyes. Oh, God, I love.
It was a big
Maybe
fuck fest.
he might be a source of why I like guys who look like that because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just like a beanpole with like dark hair and light eyes. That might be my
Yeah.
He might have been my man.
What do you
know?
guys think is the most acceptable form of incest?
I would say the step thing.
Not even like a distant
I think
cousin.
you know what I think.
You could also
Like
say
a
I
like
think if
cousin
you're
different
like in a royal
forms.
family.
You could be
Different
like work
forms.
incest.
Oh, okay.
Like that's like a thing.
Oh, so true. Work
Which you
incest,
would
friend group incest. Thank you, Noah, for
Yeah,
reminding me of that. 'cause
I
I
would
forgot
be-
to write
Friend
that down.
group incest is a thing.
So fucking real. Have you ever both
Work
of you
incest?
had a friend work incest too? We'll get to that after, but friend incest where you you're all friends with each other. Like maybe it's a group of girls and a group of guys, and you all end up fucking each other. Like that. I think I've had at least two groups of friends.
all of my
like
friends
that,
back
where
home
we've all,
just like fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
I
have, like,
never
gone
hooked
through.
up with my like guy friends. I
Me
always
either,
hooked
I've
up with
always had a
people
boyfriend.
outside of the group.
That's honestly smart to do. That's the smarter situation because
I
when
did
you
once
hook up
and it
within the
ruined a
group,
lot of things.
Yeah, it ruins
Yeah.
everything when you hook up within the group. It's a nightmare. But also same thing with work incest where you either like hook up with people at work.
Call me an
Or-
incestual freak.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, bitch, you crazy on incest right now. You so high on that incest.
Yeah.
But it is true. Like somebody like starts new at the company and then all of a sudden has sex with like 4 people and you're like, wait, what? And they think they don't know. And like everybody knows.
Everybody
and
knows.
everyone's banging.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah,
banging. That's the
everyone's
situation.
banging.
Kind of like our call last week about hotels. Everybody's banging.
everybody's
Super
banging.
incestuous.
After last week, I was telling everyone about how many suicides were in hotels. I thought it was the craziest fact.
It's so insane.
was
I
telling
haven't stopped.
everyone.
I haven't stopped talking about that either. Did either of you guys see? This is kind of related. Girl Interrupted with Angelina Jolie.
Yes, we were talking about this the
Talking
other
about this
day.
yesterday, yeah, 'cause for this exact reason. It's where it's a bunch of girls in like a mental hospital or like a psych ward. I'm not exactly sure what it's called at that time. And they're all troubled youths for the most part. One of the girls, played by Brittany Murphy, rest in peace, she is there because she's like mentally ill. I don't know. They don't really explain exactly why she's there, but she gets let out. And all the girls are like, you're not better. Like you're crazy, whatever. And she's like, no, I'm fine. And she goes back to her house that her dad bought for her. And apparently, like she and her father were in a relationship. Like they were in like a like
In the
he was
movie?
like in the movie, like he was leaving her mother for her, and he like bought her her
why he
own
got her
house.
house.
And so Angelina Jolie, spoiler, it's like a 15-year-old movie, but she they end up coming to her house to like save her or take her away from the situation, being like snap out of it. And she's like, they walk into her, she's like literally playing house, like cooking a chicken, whole thing, like for her dad. And so they're like, you're fucking crazy. They yell at her, whatever. She goes upstairs and hangs herself. But it's
God.
dark movie.
That is
dark shit.
I kind of want to go
is-
check that out after.
It's
Yeah,
a really
it's a good-
it's such a
it's
good
a good
movie.
movie.
Girl Interrupted.
Yeah.
It's an old movie, but it's
Right.
it's very good. But I don't know, like that kind of shit.
That shit
How
is
does that shit happen?
But it happens so much.
It's crazy.
Like we probably or have seen or interacted with someone that's like having sex with someone in their family.
gross.
That's gross.
And it because it's
Get
like,
out of my life if you're doing that, please. If
Yes.
you're in my life and you're fucking somebody in your family, please
it's
don't.
so weird
It's
and
just
wrong.
I really
so
don't want
weird.
that.
Even people, and we'll, once we get to voicemails, we'll see this. People who people think that like fucking your cousins isn't so crazy. Like I feel like
No, that's
it's
crazy.
become like a
It's
joke.
ridiculous.
Like oh everybody down south fucks their cousins. Like that's become a joke, and people say like oh blah blah fuck your cousin. But it's I don't
gross.
think like we should stop making jokes about it because it's
Yeah.
not normal. Like, don't fuck your cousins. Don't like think that it's cool
No. Well,
or normal to fuck your
It doesn't
cousin.
matter
You know
what
what the
level of
worst is,
descendant they
though?
are. Don't
Yeah,
fuck your
doesn't
cousins.
matter.
When somebody is not your cousin and your family like refers to them as your cousin,
Oh
and
yeah,
you
yes.
hook up with them.
You don't.
I haven't
Like that-
I haven't had that
is-
experience, but that happens all the time.
No, that has
Yeah.
happened to me where there is somebody I didn't like fully have sex or anything, but I like made out with somebody who was considered a family friend,
Mm-hmm.
but like who my family or like my brother would be like, cuz, but like
Oh, yeah, cousin
totally
always, yeah.
Not related at all.
Not related at
not
all.
related.
Yeah.
It's like your
at
parents'
all.
friend that
family
you call
friend.
auntie.
Yeah, like
Yeah, your
in a
parents'
third
best-
grade.
literally not fucking cousins at all. But
Exactly.
then people are like, "Aren't you guys cousins?" And you're like, "No,
Our
It's like, no, we're not
families are
actually
we're not
close.
cousins." Yeah.
Right. It's so funny how the cousin thing, like cousins, aunts, like that always gets thrown around so loosely when it comes to like family friends, which
Yeah.
I like. It makes it feel like, oh, you're my
Yeah.
chosen
You're my
family.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're my real family. I choose you, whatever. But it does get fucking weird when you are put next to someone that's like in another family that's maybe like a boy or a girl depending on who you are, and you're like forced together because your parents are friends for so long. And then what happens when you reach puberty? Like you're gonna probably make out, like you've been stuck, you're not related, there's
Yeah.
no boundaries there except for the
Yeah.
fact that like your parents are friends.
Exactly.
But then it feels weird because it's like,
Right.
what the
It's
fuck
like,
is
what?
this?
feels
We're not
incestual, but
related.
it's
Feels
not.
gross. Yeah, it feels gross.
Feels wrong.
Well, I think that wraps up the incest talk. I feel like
I think
feel
so
like
too.
we've
I'm
covered
trying
the
to think.
bases.
Do you want to hear any more facts?
Hit us with one last fact to wrap it up before we get into voicemails.
All right, let's
Yeah,
see.
hit us with a banger fact.
Yeah.
I'll,
A fatty dumpy fact.
Yeah.
Let's see. I might have blown my load on all the great facts, but let's see. I can read you this one. During the Greco-Roman period, sibling marriages were common among all classes in Egypt. So that goes back to
We
our
knew that.
circle all the way back to Cleopatra.
Everyone's
She
been
thought it was
fucking.
fine. Everybody told her it was fine. It wasn't fucking fine to marry two of your extremely underage brothers.
You know what your
10
history
years old.
class won't teach you? That Cleopatra was problematic.
Was a brother
Yeah.
fucker.
10-year-old
Yes,
fuck her
she's
brother.
a brother fucker.
She's a brother fucker.
Who
Wait, who's
fucked her 10-year-old brother? Like, not just a brother fucker, 10 years old.
Yeah, a pedophile brother fucker. Who?
Yeah.
What is that fucking movie with?
It's like Game of Thrones.
A
though.
simple.
There's a lot of
Game of Thrones. How do we not even talk about that? Yes, just quick acknowledgement. Game of Thrones. A Simple Favor.
Oh yes.
Anna Kendrick
Yes.
fucks her
That
like
was a-
stepbrother or
yeah.
her brother or something
Good
weird.
movie.
And
That movie's
Blake Lively
good.
calls her brother fucker. She's
Yeah.
like, "You're a brother fucker," and then calls her that
Oh,
for the rest
yeah.
of the time.
An all-time scene from Blake Lively.
Amazing
Great
scene.
performance.
So good.
Ooh, we
Watch
might have to
movie
add
if
that
you
to the.
haven't.
We might have to add that to a table read at some point.
I
That's
just
a good
got.
one.
I literally just got chills over my body, and also John Tucker Must Die. We need to do a table read for that. I know somebody.
yes.
said
Love
that.
that
Yes.
movie. Love
That's
that
a
movie.
must.
Fantastic.
All right, let's get into the voicemails.
Okay. Ladies, let's all come back down to earth right now. I want you both to close your eyes. Yes. We're just talking about, incest, a little bit of sexiness, a little bit of like, ooh, what's this question? Can we have it? Can we not? You know what you can have, and that's not illegal? Sex toys. You can have as many sex toys as you want. I am so excited right now because this is about Adam and Eve, by the way. This is about Adam and Eve. I have been waiting to have Adam and Eve on my radar. I wish they would sponsor my life. I am on record for so many years being like, I got sex toys way later in my life, so much later than I would have liked to have had them. I can't believe I went this long until age 28 without a fucking vibrator.
I can't believe you went that long
I can't
either.
believe it.
Crazy.
I can't believe it. It's shocking. And I, since then, have made it my own
supposed to die
personal, it's insane, my own personal crusade to have every bitch, especially bitches, get yourself a vibrator because you need it, you want it, it will change your life. Honestly, it will change your life.
There's
so you
toys
must have
that
it.
you wouldn't have even known existed.
There's
on the website, too.
there are so many things on adamandeve.com because truly this is where I got my first vibrator, is adamandeve.com. I bought myself a vibrator. I also bought, well, I won't tell you everything that I bought, but there are a lot of things on the website. There are also like some clothes. There are, there's like cock rings. There's like anal plugs. Like there's all kinds of shit.
I love the way you just said cock ring.
Yeah, cock ring. Yeah. Weird, right? There's an anal plug. There's an anal plug on adamandeve.com. I do not own it, but I consider buying it for fun. It has a shamrock shape at the end. I don't know.
Cute.
Just hysterical. Like everything about it.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes. It's fantastic. There are so many things that you can buy, and I urge you to bring them into your life. I think that Adam and Eve is a positive influence on anybody. However you want to explore yourself sexually, with yourself, with your partner, whatever the fuck you want to do, you should do it. And so you can now, thanks to us, go to adamandeve.com and get 50% off almost any item with promo code because.
Wow. Guys, you have to do it. Honestly, if you're listening to this and you're like, wow, I've never actually used a sex toy before. I've never used a vibrator. This is your time to get
your
on.
calling.
Like, this is your calling. If you have been thinking about it and you've been afraid to pull the trigger, now you have a promo code for 50% off.
And it's a good fucking promo. I've used our own promo.
I think I'm going to use our promo.
I am as well.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we hang up,
literally
hang up.
We had
this.
Hey babes, call you back later.
And I'm picking out a new toy for myself.
100%.
And I'm using the promo code.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And I want all of you ladies and gentlemen feeling as sexy as you can possibly feel.
Fuck yeah.
And I just know that adamandeve.com, 50% off with promo code because we'll do that for you.
Let us know your favorites, by the way. If you end up going on Adam and Eve,
give us sex toy stories.
Oh, I would love that too. Yeah. Ooh, added fun.
Call in.
Big time. Love it. All right, you guys. We have a couple of people on deck for voicemails. The voicemails were very good this week. Thank you, as always, for calling in. And for next week, if you want to call in, it's 551-258-3436. But first, before we listen to you, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to read a couple of your insecurities from our Instagram. Rhea,
yes,
and do the honors.
The Instagram handle is BC We Got High. If you're not following, go follow that already. And we're going to read some of your comments about your insecurities. I won't read names, but I will read what people had to say. The little bit of armpit fat in between your arm and boob. I feel like that one is so relatable. Why does that exist?
The bra fat, every tank top, everything.
Why does it exist?
It's ridiculous. It's mostly also just like skin. Like most of the time, it's like a fold over of skin. It's ridiculous.
Maybe the fact I sound like a man on the phone. A girl commented this. I feel like people are very insecure about their own voice. Everybody hates their own voice. Nobody likes listening.
Occasionally people have told me I sound like a man, which is trash and untrue.
Yeah. You?
Yeah.
You said that. We already talked about that. Yeah. You don't sound like a man at all.
I know. Thank you.
Looking too much like my dad. So this girl.
Honestly, same. I look a lot like my dad.
Yeah, I get that.
This girl said her snaggled tooth. Kelly, I feel like you can.
I got a little tooth. I got a tooth situation going on.
We won't talk about it.
I'm so insecure about it that I don't even want to talk about it.
I've never even noticed.
I'm getting a new tooth.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No,
yeah, I'm not going to explain it so people won't look.
And when I
have to get a veneer.
Yeah, and when I asked you about your biggest insecurity, and I knew in the back of my head what it was, and you didn't say it, I was like, this bitch.
No way.
She's so insecure about it that
I'll talk about it when I get a new tooth.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Changing exclamation points to periods in work emails so they don't think I'm weird or something.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Sometimes it's like too many exclamation points.
It's like, I'm not that excited.
And it's like, be assertive. You know, don't be scared. Don't be scared to throw a period in there.
Completely.
When my beauty marks grow hair.
Oh, I have a lot of beauty marks and they grow lots of hair.
Yeah,
they
that
all
happens.
do.
Damn. I feel like I have one. It might not be you. Well,
I have them
always
all
thought
over my body.
I have a lot of freckles, but I don't really know the difference between that and beauty marks.
They're like raised.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe I have a couple.
How my nose looks when someone takes a profile side picture of me. Same. I feel that one hard. I will read one more. Let's see. I want a good one.
I feel like I saw a funny one in the DMs when I was going through. I think someone else also said like the hair on their toes or something. Like a
lot of people commented my toes, my toenails.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like their feet and stuff. Not liking your feet is tough because it's like I feel like nobody really likes their feet.
Yeah,
like some people do and they'll like brag about it. The only people that like their feet are the people that like are always bragging about their feet.
I'll end with this one and then I have one to add.
Okay.
How I look chasing the ball during beer pong. The worst. When the ball drops, you're like doing that weird little. You're doing it fast. You're running a little fast.
So true.
Then it goes under the table.
Yeah.
And you're like,
you gotta like go under. Right.
And then you make a noise. You're like, ah.
Yeah.
Just to make it sound.
You don't want like your underwear to stick out the back of your pants.
Worst.
Oh my god, I'm very insecure about the underwear sticking out of the back of my pants. Like I don't know why, especially because I was such a like 6th grade slut with like
same.
purposeful thong.
Yeah.
Now I just I wear like the generic the lacy from Victoria's Secret every fucking day. So I'm not trying to have that sticking out. It looks weird.
Exactly.
It's not hot unless in my pants.
For some reason, that triggered a memory for me when you had a science fair project or a project at school that you had to carry a big board into school, and everyone
social suicide.
But it's
social
also,
suicide.
Everyone had to do it, but it's also like so embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
Just carrying in that board.
No, I'm gonna go as far as to say like that stopped me from making like better projects.
Same.
Because I was like, I can't show up with like a whole fucking solar system. I'm gonna do this lame ass poster with that I can roll up and put a rubber band on and no one will see it.
In
like,
my backpack.
Dead serious.
Oh, I feel you. For
100%.
some reason, that's a weird insecurity.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's time we can get into the voicemails.
Okay.
But
all right.
I think
Let's
we
throw
got
it
a
to our
good gist
people.
of people's insecurities.
Absolutely. Thank you to everybody who commented.
Yes.
We love the Instagram interaction. We get to joke around.
Really
It's
do.
very fun. I'm going to start us off with this one I've dubbed Paul Rudd Incest. So here it is for you ladies.
Hey guys, love your show. My name's Steph. I'm calling about your topic for incest. Not because like I know anyone personally that is a product of incest, but Paul Rudd, like Daddy Paul Rudd, his parents are second cousins. Like he is a product of incest. So I'm like, is this something we should consider? Because, like, that one hasn't aged. Like, I'm probably not going to fuck my second cousin, but, like, Paul Rudd is a product of incest, and, like, nobody talks about that. So, I think that you guys should talk about it.
I didn't know
All
it
right,
before
well,
this.
thanks. Can't wait to listen. Bye.
I didn't know that either before I heard this
That's
voicemail. Had no
insane.
idea.
I knew this, and I can't believe I forgot to bring it up. We've talked about it before on Chicks in the Office. Paul Rudd is a product of incest, and it's absolutely mind blowing. Thank you for bringing awareness and calling in for that voicemail so other people can know.
Does he talk about it?
Yeah, how do people know?
Yeah.
I don't think
That
he
should be a secret.
really likes
Seriously.
talking about
Really
it.
should
I
be a secret.
assume. But people
course
love Paul Rudd. You know what I mean?
Of course they
like,
love
they're
him.
like,
But
that's
I need-
incest,
I have
baby.
so many
His
questions,
wife looks
though.
like she's being held captive. I recently
Paul
stumbled
Rudd's
upon her.
wife?
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
She's
if you look
probably
at
just-
pictures, she's
she's-
dead in the eyes, and she looks like his aunt.
Okay, I got a fuck, marry, kill for you
Damn.
guys.
Oh, tell us.
I was doing one the other night that was Vince Vaughn, Jason Sudeikis, and Ben Stiller. But I'm going to
Kill Ben Stiller.
So I'm going to take out Ben Stiller and put in Paul Rudd. I would
makes
still
it so
kill
hard.
Paul Rudd.
It was
Same,
really
especially
hard.
after that incest shit.
Yeah,
It's
that
a
actually kind
little
of sucks.
bit
It was
weird.
still really hard for me before with Ben Stiller included because I think Ben Stiller is so handsome. He's just a little short, so I'd
don't
probably
like-
end up killing him
I
for
don't
that
like his
reason.
little spiky ass head. I don't know.
I think but he's hilarious and
He's
has
so
some
funny. I think he's so
classic movies.
cute.
I've never
Yeah.
loved him so
I would
much.
say Ben Stiller and
Really?
Paul Rudd are
Ben
like kind of
Stiller's
similar.
Great.
He's very funny. I have no idea. I think I'm.
Who was the
I
other
don't
one?
know.
Jason
Jason
Sudeikis.
Sudeikis.
Jason Sudeikis and Vince Vaughn.
Marry Jason Sudeikis.
I think I'm marrying.
Fuck
Yeah, I
Vince
think
Vaughn.
I'm.
I've always wanted to fuck Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Same.
But the thing with Jason Sudeikis,
Him young, hot. I don't know. If he's
Yeah.
So hot.
Oh yeah. Him present day still kind of hot. Like I'm still down for Vince Vaughn.
He lost
Swingers.
the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Great movie. Great movie.
Jason Sudeikis, I did want to put him under the marry category. I feel like he's the most fun. He accepted the Golden Globe, high as fuck in that sweatshirt. Like I feel like we'd vibe the most. But is marriage his thing? Like I don't want to force Jason Sudeikis into marriage.
It kind of seems
wanna
like
force
it kind of
his
seems like
hand
it's
like
not because
Cleopatra
he
did her
wasn't, he
brother.
wasn't married to Olivia Wilde, right?
No.
Like they were just together.
No,
So
yeah.
maybe it's not his bag. Which that might be cool for. How about I do this? I could fuck Jason Sudeikis, but for like for like 10 years, like Olivia
an
Wilde. Like, I don't have to
extended
marry
period of
him. I just want to fuck him for like a long time, and then maybe I'll like retire with Paul Rudd and kill Vince Vaughn in that situation.
Okay. Fair
If
enough.
we're going present day, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, back to voicemails.
Okay, back to voicemail. So that was good. Let's do next to go nose job check. I actually put it in because it's funny.
Hey girls, it's Meg. Love you guys. You posted this topic literally like 5 minutes ago and I had to jump on it. I have to say my biggest insecurity is my fucking nose. I have a big ass nose and it sucks. Like any girl with a big nose knows how much it fucking sucks. And like all I want to do is get a nose job. And you see other girls on TikTok and they're, hey yo, nose job check. Bree, I know you had a nose job, so not adding you because you have a good nose.
I didn't
But I'm
make
like,
one.
fuck that. Like, I wish I had a deviated septum or some shit so I could get this shit fixed with that, like with insurance. But I'm not good at contouring. I can't get rid of it. And everyone's like, oh, it fits your face. Like, oh, fuck that. Someone lend me some 10 G's so I can get this nose cut off and, get it nice and, like, shaped, nice center. Like, I got a little hump. Oh, it's so bad. But ladies, tell me what to do. How do I be proud of this schnoz? Well, love you guys.
You
Bye.
still hate it after a nose job. Like I feel like I got a botched one, and I want to get another one to fix it.
I don't know if I knew that you had a nose job.
Yeah, I got like a natural nose job. So I'm like, I wanted one like
Is
on
that a
TikTok.
thing? Is that an option? A
He was like,
natural
we
nose job?
only do natural to make it match your face. But I wanted him to hit me with like the
I want the
Madison
OG
Beer
nose job.
I wanted a Madison Beer nose, and he just gave me like a natural born nose. It's fucked up.
I've always
Madison
thought
Beer's
a
nose looks
job
like it's
too.
non-existent, though. I feel like Madison Beer's nose is in between like normal nose job, Madison Beer, and then like Michael Jackson. Like she's close,
Oh no, I think
I love her
I think
too.
she has a great nose.
I think she does too, but it's very specific. Like it's very shaped.
I hate my nose. It's one of my biggest insecurities. So I feel you. I just could never get a nose job because I don't like the idea of like my whole face being bruised and then having to go through all of that. Freaks me out. I have considered
bad at all.
I know, but it just
didn't even
looks
bruise.
painful.
I didn't
I
even
have
bruise.
considered the thought of like some people get the filler nose jobs, but then I hear scary things that the filler goes into your eyeballs and like could blind you. So that's like a no
that's
for
tough.
me.
Yeah, that's
so I know it's so easy to say like just own it, and like people say, oh, it fits your face. Like people like in my family
get a nose
have to
job.
say that to me all the time. They're like, no, it fits your face. You grew into it.
Why would you ever change your face?
I will say, like, I 100% grew into my nose, and some people think I got a nose job, and I'm like, I fucking wish I did. But there's pictures of me when I was younger, and I was like, I was walking around with my face looking like that. But
same.
thankfully, I grew into it because it was worse than it is now. Ladies and gentlemen, it was worse than it is now.
you were a
And
baby.
when I was younger, I grew into it. So
That's
listen,
like my eyes.
me and you.
Imagine my eyes as
when
a
you were
baby with these
younger.
same eyes. It's
Popping.
scary. It was scary.
Me and you, girl, we're going through life with our schnozzes just poking out, and
It's never as big. It's bigger to you than everyone else.
right,
Yeah.
definitely. Because
I
it
rarely
is.
notice noses. Like I think I'll notice a nose if it's like
Unless it's
absurd.
like
Like if it's
like
like a
a
crazy nose,
absurd,
I'm noticing it.
yeah.
Otherwise, rarely do I ever even acknowledge. But do you
Right.
know? This is a weird fact that I have had in my head. Do you know that it's your nose, your ears? I think that's
They never stop growing.
yeah. They never stop growing. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
your nose and your ears, right?
The cartilage.
Yeah, something like that. So it's those are the two things. But then same thing with your eyes. You're born, they're already as big as they'll ever be. So like
Yeah.
you have to grow into like your eyes, but then your nose and your ears will grow slowly. That's why old people have big noses and big ears.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's shitty.
Yeah, it's a sad thing to.
It's shitty,
listen
but it's coming
and
for
hear.
all of us, so don't worry about it. Nobody has to worry
What
about
if you
it.
get a
'cause we're all
nose
gonna
job? Does your nose grow?
Yeah, it continues to shape. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
the
my nose
cartilage, yeah.
completely changed from when I got it to a year after.
That's
It
wild.
was different. Yeah.
Really?
That's so crazy. Damn.
Crazy. Nose job check.
Ria's down bad.
Because whenever I start thinking about my nose, I'm like, oh God. But I quickly forget about it these
You're
days.
beautiful.
I'm
You're beautiful and you know
thank
this
you.
already.
Thank you.
Let's see. Want to do hot cousins? Yeah, let's do that one.
Hi, okay, wait, hold on. Sorry. When you say hi, darlings, it sounds like I called a sex line, and it's so hot about that. But hey, guys, love the potty waddy. I literally kissed you guys on the lips if it wasn't for Corona and like consensual. Okay, anyway, I'm calling for the in incest. I like feel like everyone deep down, depending on your cousins, if they're hot or not, has that one hot cousin that I don't know what the motives behind it might be. There's probably none because that's what incest is. But does everyone have that one hot cousin that's like it's not like you're into the cousin, but I'm just saying if we weren't cousins, maybe I would make out with that cousin. Saying this out loud kind of freaks me out. So let me know what you guys think about having that one hot cousin. Okay, bye. Love you.
I think I am the hot cousin.
Yes, bitch.
Is that
That's
fucked
right.
up? I
also think I'm the
I
hot
sometimes think like because of like the pictures I post on Instagram or whatever.
Same,
And
I
I'm
guess,
like
yeah.
I'm just like I like do my cousins think I'm hot? That's fucked up.
Probably.
I can't. But I'm
You
just
know
like,
what?
I truthfully, like, I don't have enough boy cousins to be like,
Me either.
I think I have like one
I have 3.
I have a lot
boy
of boy
cousin
cousins.
that's like my immediate cousins, like for like my mom's sister's kid who's a boy.
I
Like,
have a lot of boy cousins. I realize.
but
I have like
Any of them
and then
hot?
like younger than like
Kinda,
way younger
yeah.
than
Like
me.
I would say that like, this girl, hot cousins, whatever. You can't like say your cousins are hot. I think you can acknowledge
say
that your
they're
cousins are
good-looking.
hot or good looking. Yeah, I wouldn't say hot. I wouldn't be like,
Yeah,
my
like,
cousin's
you're
so hot.
good-looking.
my
person.
cousin's a good looking guy.
I would say good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always the default. Oh, good looking guy. That's
Yeah.
always the
like
the
when you're
default.
like trying to
Good-looking
sell
wouldn't
your
fuck.
like brother or something to someone.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
brother's a good looking
Yeah.
guy.
Great looking guy. Yeah, always, and then it becomes less weird. But I think it's fair to think that your cousins are good looking because they look like you, kind of like because they're in your family.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everybody is like, oh, like they don't maybe necessarily look exactly like you, but there's something about them that is familiar enough to you where you're like, oh, okay, I like the looks of that.
looking.
Just because
Good looking.
everybody is inherently selfish,
Right. But you don't want to fuck them, so.
No, no.
fine.
I wouldn't say.
But if
like,
you were
if we
in
weren't
cousins-
cousins, but I don't even think I would let myself like think past that. I think I'd just be
Yeah.
like, nope, cousin, I can't
Yeah,
see you.
cousin.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
immediately blocked off.
Yeah,
if your
can't see
family.
you.
Yeah.
Can't see you at all.
Should we do one more?
Let's do one more. Let's do influencers, free stuff. We didn't do any influencer ones.
Hey, Rhea, Bree, and Kelly. Love the pod. Just wanted to talk about influencers for a sec because I don't know if anybody else gets frustrated when, like, all these expensive companies are sending influencers stuff for free. Like, it's not like they can't afford it. I don't know. It just really pisses me off. Also, did you know that influencers that do, or like YouTubers that make, haul videos, or like, and they like show what they got at the store, they can write that off on their taxes as part of their job, like a work expense. And I mean, I know that doesn't make it free, obviously. But I'm just wondering, like, what you guys think about the whole, like, influencers that are clearly loaded getting shit for free, for no reason. Just wondering.
That is crazy if you think about it.
Yeah. It is
like
nuts,
the richest
yeah.
people get the
It's
freest
nuts.
things.
The D'Amelios
always
had
do.
Chanel, Louis Vuitton, and like what is the Montclair? Like they've had every expensive brand just given to them.
Always.
It's like you're a millionaire now, and you're getting. But that's how rich people stay rich.
That is how rich
Right.
people stay rich.
Rich
It's
people
also
only
how-
get richer.
And
Yeah.
and brands like that, companies like that who send free shit, they want the free shit on the people that everybody's looking at. Like they
Yeah.
want
Because
I'm
they're-
trying to think.
they want-
Hailey Bieber in a Prada hat because they know
Yeah.
that you're going to buy a Prada hat. You know what I
and
mean?
it
Like
still
that's what they want.
it still fits their luxury brand because it's rich people wearing it.
Yeah, exactly. So you're like being influenced in a different way. Like celebrities are technically influencers. I mean, Kim fucking Kardashian created her entire empire basically.
Yeah.
On the back of this, of posting her own shit and like tagging. I wonder how much a Kim Kardashian tag goes for these days. Like for her to tag a brand on an Instagram post.
I know Stassi's was like 19,000 or 20,000 for a one story slide. So Kim K's
Damn.
could probably be like $1 million for an Instagram.
Has to be
a
I
grid
would say.
post. Yeah.
Has to be something like that.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's because they're like, I guess it's like they are the companies making money off
of
of
them.
people, but off of them.
Yeah, 100%.
They're
No,
basically
it's-
like a walking billboard.
Right,
It
like
makes
you're
sense, but
basically
it's frustrating.
The company probably, if it's a big enough influencer, the company probably benefits more than the influencer getting that free shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that cost us a couple $100 like wholesale, but as far as sales, we're going to get quadruple that because every
Exactly.
bitch wants to look exactly like Kim Kardashian, you know, or whoever does want to do that. I think it's also interesting when you see celebrities pushing brands like more than other brands. Like you'll see when somebody gets something free, it'll be like a thank you on a story maybe, and then if it's like a brand they're paid to do,
Yeah.
it's like a full fucking photo shoot, it's a whole thing, it's integrated marketing, it's maybe like a week long, it's always, you can always tell how much money is being spent by like how much they're pushing
Yeah,
it.
like Charlie with the Dunkin'. She's been nonstop
Nonstop
all week
with that
That's
fucking
$1 million.
She's making
Right, of course it is.
mills.
But it's like that's the kind of person. I don't think that you needed, you don't really need to be influenced to go get Dunkin' Donuts. But seeing it constantly makes you think, "Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that. I'm going to
that.
go get that." It's
Right.
that knee jerk reaction like I had back in 2015 with what's her face and the
Right.
Yeah.
lace kimono. Like that was ridiculous.
You're like, I need it now.
I literally to myself, I was like, I need that now immediately,
I'm
and
gonna
I did
find
not
it, I'm
stop
gonna get
until
it.
I found
Yep.
it. Like literally, and that's their hope. That's every company's hope. You know,
It's the influencer life. It's
crazy shit. But all right, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you to everybody again for calling in. As usual, the voicemails are fantastic. Keep an eye out, probably on Friday for the J episode topics, and you can call in at 551-258-3436. And we can't wait to hear from you.
Yeah,
next
we
week.
love you guys.
Love you so much.
All right, it's time again for a table read, baby. What are we doing? Parent Trap right now?
Parent
Yes.
Trap.
And we figured out that none of us are really good at a British accent besides Kelly.
Yeah.
So we gave this.
I'm like the
Yeah.
halfway decent, I'd say.
Kelly, and you kind of look British right now, I feel.
Thank you. I'm wearing a
Like you
for
look
those on
very put
YouTube.
together, like
Yeah,
a
I
high
have a headband on. I have a
British person.
French
Yeah, high-end
braided.
Brit.
Yeah. I'm looking like Taylor Swift, and she's basically a Brit now. So
Yeah.
it makes
Okay.
sense.
I love
Yeah.
it. Okay.
That's how I'm feeling today.
Sorry, I had to burp. I love it out
Making
though.
it? Okay. I was like, you good now?
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, first time we're doing this.
First time we're doing
Yep,
this.
we don't practice anymore.
We don't practice
fucking
anymore.
good.
we
practicing.
just
I
go.
kind of like that we don't practice it. It's
Same because it's
making
it makes it
makes
funnier
it
to
fun.
see
It does,
like
yeah.
how we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
exactly.
is our
No
interpretation?
more practice.
All right. Here's British accent. All
Okay.
right.
Take it slow, by the way. Annie's figuring
She
things
is
out.
slow. You're right. Okay. I only have a mother, and you only have a father. You've never seen your mum, and I've never seen my dad. You have one picture of your mum, and I have one picture of my dad. Except yours is probably a whole picture. Mine's a pathetic thing crinkled and ripped right down the middle. What are you rummaging in your trunk for?
This. It's a picture of my mom, and it's ripped too.
Right down the middle?
Right down the middle.
This is so freaky.
Oh wait, I showed you the picture. We have to take it back. I didn't mean to
Okay,
show
yeah,
you the
yeah,
picture.
okay, take it
wait,
back,
okay,
take it
wait,
back.
wait. Okay.
I didn't see it. I didn't see
Okay,
it.
wait.
I was looking down at my script, thankfully.
Okay, wait, hold on.
And so Annie didn't see it.
Okay. This. It's a picture of my mom, and it's ripped too.
Right down the middle?
Right down the middle.
This is so freaky. Okay, on the count of 3, let's show them to each other, okay?
Okay.
1,
2,
3.
That's my dad.
And that's my mum. That's the lunch bell. I'm not so hungry
No,
anymore.
that's me. That's
Oh, fuck,
me.
shit,
You
sorry.
stole my line.
I only saw you crying. Okay, sorry.
Take it back.
Sorry.
Take it back. Okay, let's
That's
take it back
my
to the
mum.
picture reveal. We need to take
Yeah,
it back
okay,
to the
back to
picture
the reveal.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Count.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Wait.
1.
Wait, no.
No, go back to right down the middle. I liked our intense
Okay,
right
okay,
down the
okay.
middle. Okay. Right down the middle?
Right down the middle.
This is so freaky. Okay. On the count of 3, let's show them to each other, okay?
Okay.
1,
2,
3.
3. That's my dad.
That's my mum. That's the lunch bell.
I'm not so hungry anymore. So, if your mom is my mom, and my dad is your dad, and we're both born on October 11th, then you and I are like sisters.
Sisters, Hallie, we're like twins.
I just don't know what to say.
What's that you're holding?
My locket. I got it when I was born. It has an H on it.
I got mine when I was born too, except mine has an A on it.
I've got goosebumps. My God, so I'm not an only child. I'm a twin. There's 2 of me. I mean, there's 2 of us. This is like
Mind blowing.
totally.
Completely.
Oh my God.
Twins.
That was good stuff.
That was good.
It's hard to stay in an accent.
Yeah.
You went Irish first?
There was an Irish, yeah. There was a second. I was like, this feels Irish coming out, but I'm going to plow through it.
You were like, it's just my mom.
But I think it has to go to Kelly for the accent. That was
Wow.
Yeah, the accent.
Thank
was
you.
So when the acting abilities don't come in, because I fucking crushed that as well.
Fair. Honestly, though, I was tearing up too. My eyes were tearing up. I made them tear a little.
Yeah, the accent was,
But not as well
nobody
as
could do
yours.
the accent like you.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
deserve this award.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Take the
Wow.
fucking award.
I also needed this win today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.